Everybody, welcome back to 2026 and another big year of Fourever Rivals. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. How are we going?
Oh, we're in, boys. How we doing, lads? This is it, mate.
Up, man. No one's talking here.
Mate.
Marco, where you going,
I want to be gentlemen. Let the others get in first. But however, they don't want to do that. Rocco, fantastic to be back, Manny. Fantastic to be back. I think it's going to be a very close for Rivals this year because all four of us could say that all our teams are going to do shit this year. However, hello to everybody out there. Fantastic to be back here on 2026, year number 3.
Yeah. Marco, look at you, mate.
Boys. Feeling good, boys. Feeling good. I've got the face right then for a second. It's a little bit of a shock that we're getting back into another full year of this. Oh, company, boys. But yeah, good evening and good evening to the chat. And looking forward for tonight's show.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one, man. It's going to be not only a big show, it's going to be a big year. And there we got Liam there right at the bottom as your team is going to be all year.
Oh, here we go. Getting in early. I like it, mate. That's all right. Look, he's already called me out. He's bagged me as one of the other bananas today, so that's okay. But look, I'm excited. I'm ready to go. Footy's back, guys. How good?
Yes.
Good?
It is absolutely amazing, man. It's like we did the last show yesterday, and we're already back doing the next show, man. 6 months goes real quick, man. Everyone, welcome back to TJP. You're in now the TJP studio. You saw it last night. We got the brand new look. So I hope everyone likes it visually. You're in the new producers spot right here. We've got producers now on the show. If you watched the show last night, we have producers who are controlling the show, so which is moved to the next level, which is good, mate. Everyone, welcome to the chat. We have already a new member here. Julian Muscat, 94-95. Last time we won a premiership, became a YouTube member. Thank you very much. Everyone like, subscribe, do all that, become a member. Hey, for about $2, you can become a TJP member. Not only you get to go and do draw, get into the stage. We also got some prizes that we're going to work out. But if for your $2 a week, guess what? You don't get ads on any TJP show. So think about it. For $2 a month, you don't get any ads on any TJP. So it's got to be worth the $2, man. Stuart McQuay, always. Which blog said Essendon will finish top 6? Needs to adjust their mate. Oh well, you know Marco, mate. Marco's ready to go, mate. He's pumped, mate. He's pumped. Luke Foligno, talk about another one who's a little bit delusional. He reckons we're going to win 17 games, man. I love this bloke. 17 games we're going to win. 17 games. Who else have we got here? Gokhan. He's the manager of one. He's one of the managers of our big sponsor, the Sporting Globe. So hi to bloody Gokhan and the Scotty. Scotty's going to be part of the Fourever Rivals. We'll get him on soon. So he's one of the Fourever Rivals. Welcome to Scotty. We got Jay here. How are you, mate? He's always there. Adam Baggers. Go the Baggers. And then we've got the brand new host of TJP, the new star of the show, Bocek. Boys are back in town. We are back in town, man. It's going to be big, man. I'm already pumped for tonight. It's going to be huge, man. We've got Only Carl, some of the best content going out there. He's jumped up to winning the flag. Yeah, I'm telling you, by the end of the show, Essendon are going to be winning the flag, mate. I'm telling you. Oh, we've got our favourite Greek. We're our favourite Greek. We're back. We're bigger and we're better. I reckon some of us are bigger. What do you reckon, Manny? Anyway, we'll keep on going.
Oh boy.
Rob Galicchio is a famous. He's always there, mate. Oh, who else we got here? So we've got everyone in there. Enzo Valentino, he's one of our. I missed you guys. I think I need to see a doctor. I'm telling you, Enzo. Enzo is a star, man. He's been hanging out for these shows. He's got no life like all of us, and he's a star. Liam's upgraded his camera for sure. Clean as. Have you?
Oh, I haven't. No, I use my phone, same as last year.
Nice.
Maybe because I'm actually in a nice little apartment now, not in the little shit box from last year. So
You're looking good, man. I reckon you
maybe that's
cleaned
the
up.
trick.
You
I
know?
don't know.
We've got the big Seba. I've actually missed Mark. I can't believe I missed him. Look at him. We love him. Yeah, we love the foreign followers. The Lone Wolf, yeah, he's a fantastic. He was there last night. Yeah, we'll be in Sydney, mate. We're all going to be in Sydney. That's a sad part of us. Peter Bluebagger, mate. These are they're all back, mate. We've got some new people here. Who's this? Roy Nicknam. Good day, lads. First time messenger and will be a long time watcher. Thank you very much, man. Make sure you push the like and subscribe. So yeah, that's it, man. So we'll get into some of the formalities before we go. First of all, I want to start with Liam. Liam, what have we done? What's Fourever Rivals done, mate? We're moving up in the world here. What have we done, mate?
We are moving up in the world a little bit. As some of you may have seen today, there was a couple posts out on Instagram. So that is it. Fourever Rivals. We have our own Instagram page now. So go find us there. It's Fourever_Rivals on Instagram. Give us a follow. We'll be there. We'll be posting up some extra content throughout the week, some highlights from the show from tonight, maybe a couple polls or two for things to come, a little bit of memes. Yeah, we're like we said, jumper punch is going next level. Fourever Rivals, we got to keep up. You know, we want to level up as well. So yeah, honestly, I'll type it down in the chat now. Go give us a follow on Instagram and yeah,
that's it. Put it in the chat. Get in there. We put a couple of posts already. Yeah. So what we're going to do is during the week, you're going to see some rival posts there. I might post something from Sydney. Yeah, Manny and that. I mean, you're playing St Kilda. I'm sure you'll put up a little video or something when you lose to St Kilda. It's all going to be good. We're going to have a bit of fun there. So yeah, make sure you get onto there and yeah, push the subscribe or follow Instagram. Yeah, and we'll have a bit of fun with that. Yeah. Also, what else have we got? Well, while you're there, mate, make sure you subscribe to the best history channel on the internet. Hey, Bada Bing history class with Rocco. Make sure you get on there. The last two I've done is great. The Great Diamond Heist, you know. So make sure you catch on there. I have a bit of fun with that. Tell you a bit of history. I enlighten everyone. I make everyone a little bit more intelligent. Huh? What do you reckon about that? I make everyone a little bit more intelligent, especially you, Manny. That's not too hard to do. Make sure. Let's get down to the Sporting Globe this week, right? And where are you? I've got it here. Here we go. Get down there. Get down to the watch-alongs of the Sporting Globe. It's still happening. Every interstate game will be at the Sporting Globe. Now, we're not going to be there. I'm going to be honest because we're all up in Sydney, but there is going to be a crew there. Sporting Globe, Northland. They know that you're there. Free entry. All welcome. There's going to be some snacks, some food. You can watch the game with a bunch of Carlton supporters. So get down to the Sporting Globe tomorrow night. Get there about 6:30. Meet up with everyone like we normally do. It's going to continue on every week. And I'll tell you something from the next game, which is the next interstate game. We have moved the next level. And what we're going to do, right, we are going to stream live from the Sporting Globe, right, to the watch along with Bo. So not only you'll be watching Bo watching a game, you'll be watching the crew at the Sporting Globe react. So we'll be streaming live from the Sporting Globe, man. Mate, it's going to be so good, yeah. So
all supporters are welcome here, Rocco. All supporters are welcome, or just a Carlton?
Man, we're a great bunch. We'll have a bit of luck. Come down, give us shit. Yeah. We love it. We love it.
Wear my colours. Is that all right? I can wear my colours. You don't mind if I wear the.
Absolutely. You know how we feel about that. You bring the colours, we're going to absolutely hammer you. But bring your colours. I like it. I love it. There you go. Rocco Motto is a big fan of mine. He always comments, man. Mate, like, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to Butter Big, it means a lot to me. I put a lot of work into it. I know it's not a footy thing. It's just something it's a little hobby on the side. So get down there. We got Carl's Carl's, thanks, Rob. Just you must have been talking about Carl's is a big supporter, and now Nick now has joined as being one of the sponsors of the Jumper Punch. What is it? It's Leah Prota mowing and gardening service. All the description links are in the bottom. Make sure you get on there. Thanks for them. Talking about sponsors. Someone's back. Someone is back as a sponsor. So thanks to Corden, thanks to Mark. And look, I said I'm going to do something special for you. So everyone loved my jingle, didn't they? Remember the jingle? You love the jingle, huh? You know what? But we're going next level. So everyone, make sure I'll get Mark to talk about Corden, but everyone, have a look at this.
If you want your family to be safe, Corden Security doors and blinds is the place. Fourever Rivals, a bomber supporter and a really top mate. All of your security.
Welcome to the sponsors on Fourever Rivals, Corden Security Blinds. Mate, if that doesn't make you ring him and put a fucking door on your bloody house, I don't know what will, man. Get your place secured. How's that, Mark? How is that?
That is fantastic, mate. Is it copyrights to that those lyrics, mate? Is there a band or something?
It's original. It's original.
That is
It's
fantastic.
just for you, mate. It's just for you.
Absolutely fantastic. Really appreciate that, guys. I really do. Obviously, we're still based in the north suburb. Just a bit of a spill, mate. And look, if you're looking for a quote, just mention the Fourever Rivals or the Jumper Punch, and we're off at least 10%, or maybe even more, just depending what team you support as well. But we obviously do internal blinds, external blinds, roller shutters, plantation shutters. If you're renovating, buying a new home. Just give us a call and on 8339-4848, and we'll probably come and see you. So I'll be part of it as well. Thanks, guys. Beautiful. Right?
They're loving it, man. They're loving it. That got me up on the bow, man. I'm telling you, man, that is like thing, mate. Flashy ad. Hey, how good was that ad, mate? I'm telling you, I'm pretty proud of that, man. So you can put that on TV, man. I'm telling you. They're like one of those ads, in a late night commercial at 2:00 in the morning, So,
well, wait, there's more.
You know what?
Oh,
Then we're going to, don't worry, man. Hang around. We might play it a bit later again. What do you reckon? I reckon that's a song that has to be played a few times every episode, because that was absolutely sick, man. So make sure you get into Corden. Thank you very much for sponsoring the channel, my friend. And get down there. Make sure you give him a call. If you do, if you got any sort of security needs, you almost do anything, don't you, Mark? Or anything to secure your home, don't you? Yep. Yeah, so get down there. Get down there. Thanks, Marco. All right. What a start. All right. Listen, guys. What are we here for? I'll tell you exactly what we're here for. This is what we're here for. Fourever footy. Hey, I just want to say one thing, mate. We have to thank my good friend, Bocek. He's done all the graphics, all the designs, all the videos. He also helped me with that little ad we did for Marco. So thanks, Bocek. You're a star. He's the new co-host of Jumper Punch. We're lucky to have him on board. He's an absolute star, man. And make sure you watch his watch along tomorrow night. The stuff he's done to the studio, because he's got his own little studio there. What he's done, it's probably the best watch along in the world. I'm telling you now, and I'm not exaggerating. The visual tomorrow is going to be sick, man. So make sure if you want to watch Carlton absolutely pump Sydney, you just watch it through Bo. Light ads at we could do. Will Rocco be doing late night ads like hot dogs? Remember that from what was it? Big Brother. Hot dogs come out. He used to do late ads, man. Remember that? Hot dogs, hot dogs. All right. Now, so what we're going to do here, we're going to get you into the chat now. We're going to get everyone chatting. But the first thing I want to talk about, something happened today, which I want to talk about. And I want to just talk about and a bit of a, let's talk about this bloke. Unfortunately, rest in peace, Dennis Cometti. Yeah. Passed away this morning. Look, I don't really know the details, but I'll have to say Dennis Cometti was one of my favourite commentators. You know, you put him alongside Rex Hunt and that. It's probably one of the best men. And, unfortunately, as I said, rest in peace. Dennis Cometti, one of much loved. And I'll have to say, I'm going to give you my favourite moment is, you're not going to like this, Liam, but in that final in 2013, was it? Yeah, 2013. Yeah, that first final against Richmond when actually Essendon got caught cheating, smoking drugs. Right? And then we made it to 8th spot, right? And we beat you. And Judd gets that ball, and he said, "This will be fitting. This will be fitting." So that was one of my favourite little bits of commentary from Dennis Cometti. You guys, you've listened to Dennis Cometti all your life. What do you say about him, Mark?
Yeah, rest in peace. Dennis. But, look, he was a great commentator. Western Australian, wasn't he?
Western
Liam?
Australian.
Do you know what? I actually searched it again today. He started playing footy out at Wanneroo, which is where I'm from.
Yeah.
Never knew that.
Wow, there you go.
He's local.
Yeah, great commentator, and obviously it's very hard to find that type of commentary at the moment, the new generation that's coming through. But the only thing that I was going to say centimetre perfect. I think that's just come up, but I'm not quite sure. Was it another one like a needle in a haystack, or was it?
There was definitely this one, like a cork in the ocean. He pops up like a cork in the ocean. Yeah, so
I think the one that's going to go in the Collingwood
thread the needle. One of those.
history will be the one where the full forward went to kick the goal against Collingwood to kill in the in the second grand final, and he's gone. He said he's gone behind him like a librarian, something like that. But that'll
snuck up on him like a librarian.
Yeah, I think that's
That
going
is
that'll go down in history in the Collingwood folklore.
I think he did one where I think it was Ling. It was definitely a redhead, and it might have been Ling from Geelong. He goes, he got hurt, and they're taking him off, and he looks a bit ginger, you know. So that was a nice little comment there. I like that one there. So yeah, let me close.
Did he also say something like he's 4 yards slower than a statue? Was that him? That's a great sledge.
I can't remember that one, but yeah, so
fantastic he was, mate. Sad.
May you rest in peace. It's really you're not going to get those type of commentators. I think it's going to be a long time before we see another Dennis Cometti, a Rex Hunt, as Rocco mentioned earlier on. There's probably a couple of them that may perhaps, maybe come close to, if that, like BT. It's probably one who can possibly, maybe reach that kind of status. But, geez, no, I think there's a long way away from doing that. So,
but, there's a lot of following. I mean, everyone's been comments. I don't think anyone disliked. I mean, there's commentators where people dislike them or they like them. You know what I mean? But I don't think with Dennis there was anyone who disliked him, and everyone's got one moment they remember from him. Like a hard worker, and like I remember watching something on him or talking, and he'd spend hours getting all those little quotes ready, and he'd have all bits of paper in front of him and ready to go. When something happened, he was ready. So it just showed in his commentary. So yeah, as I said, rest in peace, man. Just another great footy person gone, man. And, like slowly, they're all going to go. But, yeah, Dennis Cometti, have a good one. All right, let's move in. We'll talk about some other things I wanted to talk about. My big my big thing this year was already from the start was, and I've already ranted about this a couple of times, but I'm going to leave it to you guys. I want to start with, before we get into the season, was the state of origin. The state of origin. What did you think about the state of origin played 2 weeks before the season? What did you think? Was it good? Is it worth it? Should we do it? I'm going to start with Liam.
All right. Now, I know we kind of had a little chat about this last week. I know Rocco and I have different opinions. I liked it. It was really good. It was a really good game of football. And the thing that a few people were worried about was like, is it just going to be a little dud match just to get some money in the door and a little bit of entertainment? No, it was a proper match. Everyone played really hard. They played to win, and best players doing what they do. It's exciting. We loved it. I think it's going to stay. Does it stay around that time of the year? I'm not sure. That's definitely up for debate. I'm not going to go too much into the whole injury things because I know other people have got stuff to say about it. Like I said, I'm in the party of injuries can happen anywhere. I know maybe it's not a good argument that people like, but it is true. Injuries can happen anywhere. We had one on Friday in our practice match to a young guy, Sam Cumming. But also the one thing that I would say on that, though, as a defense, hearing the players speak about it after the game, they all said, this is awesome. This is something we want to do. I think even a specific someone who did cop an injury still said, yeah, if I get the chance to play again, I'd do it. So if the player's happy to take the risk, they want to play competitive, I think it's a really great initiative. It worked, and we're going to see it more.
All right, just before I get on to the other two bananas there, right? I'll have my say, and you said it, and also now George Woggy. Thanks for joining us. Loved it, Rocco. As much chance getting injured in an intra club, and you're absolutely right. There's as much chance getting injured having a shower, right? But what I'm saying is, an intra club or a practice match, right? That's preparing for your 4 points. Remember that. We're preparing for what is important, the 4 points. That's all that matters. I don't care about anything else. You can get injured in an intra club. Last year, Jagger Smith got injured in a practice match. Of course it can happen. He missed out a whole season. What is the interstate? It's nothing. It's not preparing for anything, right? All it is to make money. That's all that was there for. It was no need for it. There is no need for that type of year. I'm not paying, and you might say you don't pay. I don't pay waitering. I don't pay waitering $1 million a year to entertain the people in the AFL. I'm not there for that. I'm there for my 4 points, bro. That's it. This game meant nothing. You don't remember it. You don't watch it again. You don't give a shit. I don't want to see Dacos and fucking Cripper or Wiedering playing in the same team. I don't give a shit. So you can say whatever you want. You can get injured here. You can get injured there. If they get injured in a practice match, it's to prepare for the season. That's what I pay you for, right? That's all. So you can say it's good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, how many of you are going to go back and watch it again? I guarantee. Did any Richmond player play in that game?
Nathan Broad.
Oh, Nathan Broad. No one cares about Nathan Broad, right? Listen to me, right? I'll tell you something, mate. Every time, and you better not lie to me, none of you and no one in the chat, every time your player went near the ball, your first thought was don't get injured. I guarantee it. No one went go in as hard as you can. No one. Everyone thought don't get injured. You don't want your player to get injured. It's different to a real game. You want your player to go in hard. So that's my thought on it. It's a stupid concept. We are not the NRL. NRL make that state of origin more important than their season. They care more about it than their season. They've built it over the centuries. We lost the passion for it in the 80s and into the early 90s. We lost the passion for it. Let's stop it. Stop it. Don't get me wrong. Why do we play it at the end of the year, even if you haven't got the best players, you want to make some money, or play the bloody Legends game? That's even more I'd rather the Legends game than bloody this state of origin. I did not give a shit. And yeah, I do feel strongly because Wiedering almost got injured. And he could still miss tomorrow. Yeah, fucking oath. Fucking oath I got upset about that. What for? You've got players even playing with each other who don't know each other. When you're playing with each other, you might know who's going to go in, who's going to go out. When you don't play with each other, you might go in because you don't know what the other player is going to do. You're going to get injured, right? There's going to be, man, if he went out for the season, you think I'm upset now. If he went out for the season, imagine Dacos went out for the year, Manny. What do you think?
I agree with you, Rocco. I think it was more of an exhibition rather than, I mean, this is the biggest problem the AFL has. Whether they like to admit it or not, the NRL is a different setup. The NRL has got history. You're talking about Queensland and New South Wales. They hate each other. There's passion behind their hatred. There's not this thing, today we're going to play, we're going to knock the shit out of each other, tomorrow we're going to have a beer together. They hate each other. I went 1 year, I went up to Queensland, and there was a State of Origin game, and I can tell you, there were people in a pub, and this pub had strictly only New South Wales people going into this pub. We're talking about there's hatred there. They don't like each other, and the AFL needs to sit down and say, you know what? Once upon a time, it may have existed. Now it doesn't exist. It's no longer there. It was more an exhibition, and it was nice to see, your A-grade players that were sitting there doing what they were doing, but that's all it was. It was a little bit of entertainment. I think you've got to get rid of it. It's not worth keeping, and you're just going to need to swallow that hard pill, AFL, and accept it. The NRL are doing what they're doing, and you can't change history that the NRL has between those two states. That's it. I rest my case, Marco, what do you reckon, bud?
Look, I mean, everyone likes a bit of entertainment, Manny. I mean, that's what it's all about, entertainment these days. So I enjoyed it. I just, you could see the skilled players out there, the best players in the comp. Probably concerns I've got is probably the quarters were probably a bit too long. I reckon they should have shortened the quarters. But yeah, I enjoyed it. And it doesn't have to be played every year, Maybe every 3 or 4 years you just have a State of Origin. It could be a build-up for it. But I think it should stay, whether it should be at the start of the year or, at the end of the year. I'm not sure about that answer, but I enjoyed it. I watched it. It was exciting. Obviously, we're concerned about our players getting injured, but I'm more concerned about the pracky match that Essendon played against St Kilda on the weekend, and it was pretty much a dead rubber. I think the Saints were up by about 10 goals, and I'm like, don't get injured. You know what I mean? I was more concerned about that than probably watching Zach Merritt getting in, to be quite honest. But I actually enjoyed it, and I think they should keep it going, but maybe not every year, and 2 or 3 years, maybe 3 or 4 years, and you'll see more players wanting to play because they'll cherish it a little bit more.
Was there any Essendon players playing?
Yes, he played quite well as well. I wasn't really concerned, you got injured or not, but I think, if your player does get concerned, such as the Carlton player there, the first 5 or 10 minutes, was it? And I felt sorry for Carlton supporters thinking, oh, shit, this guy looks like he'll be up for 12 weeks. But he's okay. He's okay. And it was a good spectacle and it was good entertainment. That's what the AFL is, all about entertainment. So,
I tell you, we talk about how there's that rivalry the NRL has built where those players go on the field and they hate each other, and they hate each other with a passion. Regardless if they're, during the season they're playing in the same team, when they're putting on that jumper, they literally things change. Now, when the Carlton player went down and got injured, they were showing Cripps. I can tell you, Cripps is thinking to himself, you know what? Who gives a fuck about this State of Origin? I've got one of my main players, who now is sitting there, and we don't even, because it was a good 10 minutes before you knew what was going on, yeah? So as a fan, as a spectator, you probably don't care, but as a fan, as a supporter of the club, you think to yourself, we're about to lose potentially one of our best players. So, you know what? Are we going to have an exhibition? Let's have an exhibition. You know what? Why don't we, as we said, it's better to do that Legends game, and you get that bloke, what is that, comedian that gets dressed up wearing the What's his name? Strawny, is that his
Sorry.
name? That's it.
Yeah.
You know, and the crowd loves that. And that's what it's about. Forget about State of Origin. State of Origin AFL has died. Let it rest in peace. That's it.
That's it, man. Everyone's got their opinions. You can love it, you can hate it. I mean, yeah, you've heard my opinion over and over. I reckon it's a bullshit rule. If the AFL, it's for them. To me, it's like the kings sitting in their thrones saying, entertain me. That's what it was. Man, we're supporters, man. I pay my hard membership to watch my team win premierships, not to bloody do this. And it's hard enough to win a premiership, and it's hard enough for Carlton to win a premiership, to one of our best players go down before the season. If he goes down for the year, do you think like the AFL give a shit? You know what I mean? They don't care. They've had their entertainment. They're still going to get all their marketing and shit during the year because Carlton's still going to sell, you know, like views and that. They don't care. But, man, it means everything to the Blue supporters. As I said, if one of your players went down for the year, you'll be thinking differently, man. You'll be, especially if it's one of your marquee players. And for Carlton and Collingwood, we had two marquees, and Collingwood had Dacos in there, right? Man, you lose that player there, yeah. We'll see how much you'll be saying, oh, yeah, it's a good, oh, yeah, let's watch it. How many of you are going to watch that game again? Nobody. Nobody's ever going to watch that game again. Nobody. Anyway, let's move on. Absolute rubbish. Let's move on. You know what another absolute rubbish is? I'll tell you what. AFL are just full of garbage, man, sometimes. I'll give you one. What do you think about opening round? I'll tell you what I think about it. Absolute rubbish, man. Opening round. How can there be a round 0? It doesn't even make sense, you bunch of dumbasses, man. Like, seriously, just make it round 1. But anyway, there is an opening round for the second or third year in a row. I don't like it, even though I'll be up in Sydney to watch it. But I don't like it. I'm going to start with Mark this time. What do you reckon about opening round?
Just keep the tradition going, mate. Round 1 again. Like, I mean, 0 rounds. So, you know, apparently Carlton get a bye after round 3. Well,
yeah, round 2. We get a bye after 2 games.
After 2 games, well, what's the frigging point of that, mate? Like, I don't get it because they play 0 round. Fuck, these guys are professionals, mate. Is it because it's like they're trying to broaden in Queensland and Sydney? They're trying to get more people to go to the game. Like, they go to the games during the year anyway, mate. There should be no difference. Second of all, the weather conditions, again, probably the worst time to play football up north anyway. I just don't get it, to be quite honest. You know, 0 round, half of the clubs are playing. And then you get buys after 2 or 3 rounds. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Start round, mate. You know, get the blockbusters going straight away. You know, get the hype going. So it's a bit sad that they're still continuing it. Mouse?
Well, look, I've known through the years that the biggest in the first opening round is been Carlton Richmond. Yeah, that's been huge, and that's been sort of like the marquee game to start the season, isn't it? It's like, you know, you're going to start the season. Let's start the season with 2 huge clubs. Now all of a sudden, you know, you've got Carlton, who's going to go all the way to Sydney. Now this is all about promoting Sydney. I don't know. It's to me just. You know, I think the only thing that's worked out in the sense that, you know, people are going to look at it now as a Carlton supporter. You think to yourself, you know what? We're going to go up in Sydney. We've now got one of our old superstars that's now gone to Sydney. Maybe that's going to be sort of an interesting type of thing, an interesting sort of concept, if you want to call it. But no, opening round it's a lot of bullshit. They should call it the fucking donut. Call it the donut round. At least that way people come to the games. Give them a fucking donut. You want a donut with jam? We'll give you one with jam. You want with icing? We'll give you one with fucking icing. It's becoming a fucking joke. I'm telling you.
And you're saying that they're trying to promote the game up in North and Sydney, then why are they having a game in Melbourne? You know what I mean? Like, I can't justify it now. You know?
Also, why can't you do that in Melbourne anyway?
They don't care about Melbourne. They know Melbourne's locked. They know that Victorians are passionate about the game. They don't care about that. You know what I mean?
So what's the real reason why they're having 0 rounds? So what's that? What's the reason? Why is it called 0 round?
I reckon,
It-
to tell you the truth, Mark, I reckon Carl's was right. It's all about promoting it up there. But this year, let's be honest, Collingwood's got power, right? They had a talk to the AFL and they got their game put in Melbourne to play St Kilda because there's no reason. Because there's 5 games, I think. There's normally 4. I think there's 1, 2, 3, or is there 4? There's 5, right? So this year they've decided to do the Collingwood, and then Collingwood would have soaked it up, and then they've got a bit of power and they got their game put in Melbourne, right? Fair enough. If they can do it, do it. You know what I mean? But that's what's happened. But you're right. If they want to promote it in Sydney and Sydney and Brisbane or Queensland, why are we playing a game in Melbourne for?
And I hope there's no storms. Also, is anyone?
Oh, that's the other thing, just quietly. I heard today they might be cancelling one of the games.
Exactly right. So I mean, it's too early in the season to be playing. Yeah, Essendon and Gold Coast.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, and this year with I think it's Gold Coast and Brisbane. I think are playing. Are they? Are they one of the teams? 2 of the teams?
No, I think it's
Gold Coast, Geelong, and Bulldogs, Brisbane.
Or whatever it was,
Yeah.
but I think that because of the weather and that, it hasn't been cancelled yet. But there's been word that it's on standby. They might cancel it if the weather gets any worse. So imagine that happens 2 years in a row. And then Essendon last year had to play it at the end of the year. Like a whole year, they were 1 game behind. They're trying to make it like we're trying to make the competition as even as possible, not as uneven as possible. And sometimes it feels like it's just uneven. It's just to suit whoever they want to suit. You know what I mean? Like this club, I don't really care about. This club, I care about more. You know what I mean? This one makes me more money. This one, whatever. Like what are we doing here, man? What is wrong with round 1? Everyone plays in round 1. Put all the big clubs together. What was wrong with that? Can someone listen? Who's in charge now? McLaughlin. I don't know who's because I don't care. I don't really care.
Woke Dylan's in charge.
Oh yeah, Dylan, whatever, and Lana Kane, whatever her name is, and they got someone else in their swamp, whatever. Ring me up and explain to me if you got any balls. Give me a call. Come on Fourever Rivals and explain to me, right? What is wrong with round 1? What is wrong with round 1? Play all the teams. Round 2, play all the teams. Then you get to about round 9 and 10, and you give half the teams a break, right?
That's
then
spot
you
on.
play the next. What is wrong with that? Far out, bro.
It's very similar to gather round. I can't justify that as well. We're promoting it up in Adelaide. I mean, like when Adelaide play in Adelaide, it's a full stadium anyway, so I can't justify gather round. But that might be another talking point at one of the shows.
Yeah,
Gather round is just as bad, I reckon.
I think it's also, I've spoken to quite a few people who love Melbourne Storm, but they love rugby. They just don't see. They don't have any interest in the AFL, And so you're going to get those who don't care about the AFL. So it doesn't matter how hard the AFL tries. You just can't get people who are going to change their mind. Yeah, as simple as that. So sometimes you're just going to have to just let it be. Let's go back to the original round 1, get over and done with, and just keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. You know what I mean? But, it seems to be we're trying to do something to promote the game, to try and win NRL. Mate, I'm telling you, if you mention, I remember years ago, I went up to Queensland. If I mentioned AFL, mate, they were looking at me like, well, mate, literally, yeah. They're thinking, what's this guy talking about? And now, nowadays, there are people who don't have any interest in the AFL. They keep saying that's Victoria. It's a game that's played in Victoria, and they're trying to spread it around the world, around the country. It's some things you just can't change. You just can't change.
I agree. Liam?
Look, it's how good is this? All 4 rivals agree here. What is happening?
Shit idea,
Look,
bro. It's not hard to disagree on this one. It's just a shit idea, man. How can you agree?
It doesn't make sense, does it? Like, what is wrong with having round one? And I know people are saying like, oh, it's get more interest in the other states. I still feel like with round one, everyone's gonna want to get to the football. That's what we're waiting for. Like, as soon as the season ends, I'm like, right, when's our first game? I want to be there. I want to go. I'm gonna watch it. It's still going to get the same interest. But just one interesting point. I'll use our game for next week. So Carlton are going to come into that game. You've already played a game. You're fresh. You're season ready. You're good to go. We haven't played a game for 2 weeks. We didn't even get to play a full game in our practice match. Different scenario. Don't take that into account. But you guys are going to come in fresh. We're not going to be as ready. That makes it unfair. You could argue that, well, Carlton have played a game. They've travelled. They might be a bit more sore, but it's unfair. But take this scenario. Carlton play 2 games, and then let's say you win, then you're like, oh, you got to take a week off. Carlton's going to be like, well, hang on, we've played 2 games. We're in good form. Now we've got to stop.
It's ridiculous.
Why do you need a break after 2 games? There's just so much wrong with it all. I'm really glad we all agree on this one because,
I think everyone agrees upon it. So everyone's pretty much agreeing on it on the chat and everything like that. So why is it so hard to just go back to normal basics, mate? I just don't justify the reason. But anyway, that's the AFL for us.
I don't see the benefit from it either. Like, I still think you're going to have just as much success if you do a normal round one as opposed to this stupid half crap shit, and then you've got buys to start the season. No one wants that.
And they can still play those teams interstate. So Carl can still play Sydney up at, in Sydney, but it's just round one, mate.
Yeah,
whatever.
100%.
And I agree with Liam where we wait 6 months, we wait 6 months for the game to start, all of us, right? And then teams like Essendon and Richmond have to wait 1 more week. Why? Like, this week should be about all teams playing. That's it. That's it, man. That's what we're waiting for. Like, I know for Mark and Liam, footy starts this week, doesn't it? But not really for you guys. Like, it starts, but it doesn't. Like, it's got that empty feeling about it. Yeah,
that's
you
what
want
I mean.
to watch,
like,
but you want to watch your team.
It, but no.
Yeah.
I want to watch Richmond. I don't want to have to wait a week for us.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't feel right, does it, Liam? It doesn't feel right.
You know what? I'll end up with this to say sometimes the invention is perfect. It's like the wheel. The wheel doesn't need to be fixed. The wheel is a perfect invention, right? You got the wheel. You ever seen people try to invent the square wheel, the triangle wheel? They got all these new. No, nothing's going to be as good as the round wheel. Round one is fine. Work on the other things. Don't work on this. Work on other things. There's other things to do. Don't worry about 0 round. Like, it's a dumb. And I swear, if we did a referendum, right, to answer this question, if 99.99999% didn't say we hate it, I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked, man. It's ridiculous, right? So let's move on because that's already getting my blood boiled already there, mate. Let's talk about something that's going to involve me and Marco here. There were there was one big contract signed for Carlton, and there was a contract that was held onto by Essendon. They said, no, we're not going to do it. And we did it with Curnow. He wanted to go. We let him go. Mark and his Bombers had Merritt, the captain, right, who's no more the captain anymore. And I think they should have kicked him out of the club. But now they got Merritt, and they said, no, you're gonna hold on to your thing. And we're also going to talk about Walsh and an 8-year contract. It's probably one of the biggest now going around. What do you think about it? But we can start with Mark and the Merritt scenario.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I think his contract runs out this year anyway. So, and Essendon at this stage, I think are looking at re-signing him for a couple more extra years. So, if I was Zachy, I would probably take that now. But as of last year, obviously, he still had 2 years running on his contract. I think what Essendon have done is going to show the clubs out there, grab some fucking billionaires, and if the player is contracted, mate, you don't let him go. And that's what I believe, that the club thought, well, mate, you still got 2 years to go. And that you do want to leave, you're not going to be the captain, but you continuously play for the club. So kudos to the Bombers. I reckon they've done a great thing. And I think a lot of clubs are going to start changing their ways and not letting out by their Curnow go, to be quite honest. They should have held him to his contract. Was he contracted, Rocco, Curnow? Was he still contracted?
3 or 4 years, man. 5 years, man.
Yeah.
He's the contract.
Yeah, and look, I think it's going to benefit Zach Merritt in some ways, because if Essendon offer him another, he's only probably got another 2 or 3 years anyway. He's 30, 31 years old. So take the 2 or 3 years, mate, that Essendon offer, and try and do the best that you can for footy club. Look, at the end of the day, the players will get over it, mate. I've gotten over it. I'm pretty sure they've all spoken behind closed doors, and like any other player in the AFL, mate, if there's some cash out there and there's opportunities to go somewhere else where maybe they want to go and win a flag, you can open up your horizons. But if you're contracted, I truly believe that you've got to be held responsible and make sure you feel that contract. I'm not quite sure about Walsh scenario, because I think that is a big contract, 8 years, and I think Carlton have done the wrong thing by giving him 8 contract. That's my opinion on that. So kudos to Merritt, mate. You're going to stay around with the Bombers. I truly believe you'll sign another couple of years of the year, and he might see a flag come through.
All right, so just a couple of points before I go on to the other two. First of all, I think you could have got 3 first-round picks, right? And you only said he's got 2 more years, right? Maybe 3. So you've given up someone who's now 30, 32, right, who wanted to leave the club. Right, what you've done is you stood your ground and you're missing out on 3 first-round picks. That's up to you. Essendon aren't known for making great draft decisions, but if you think that's the right thing to do, mate, kudos to you. Right?
Well, he's a required player, Rocco. Maybe Curnow was a required player.
So what? You've got to think about the future too, bro.
Well, to me, I believe that we still got a lot of young players on the list, and that draft, we've got a decent draft pick this year.
3. You could have added another 3.
These days, you can't be guaranteed with these draft picks, mate. These kids, they get injured easily. And so forth.
I understand.
You're guaranteed.
You know what you can do with 3 first rounds? You could not only get 3 youngsters, you could have used them to pick up a young gun midfielder. Butters is up for trade next year. At the end of the year, one of the great midfielders. Imagine having 3 first rounders, right, as a bargaining tool, and then all of a sudden you're getting one of the best. I'm not saying he'll come down and that. All I'm saying is what you could have done. But again, it's up to you guys. You've already made great decisions in the last 25 years, because you can tell by the amount of fucking finals you've won. But all I'm saying is, if you want to keep someone who wants to leave, and I guarantee Merritt will ask for another trade at the end of the year, right? So, and he'll keep doing it to you. And the thing is, it's over his head now. You had to actually take away his captaincy. That's what you had to do. That's how bad it got. That's how bad it's got. Imagine taking away the captaincy of someone because you know he's not loyal to you. But anyway, and I'll quickly go into and I'll let the other two talk. I'll quickly go into the Walsh. 8 years is a long time, right? But I'll say it like this. You'd want Walsh to play for your club for 8 years. That's the first thing, right? I want him to be there till the end, right? Second of all, what did you think? You think he was going to stay for 5? There's 4 other clubs that are after him. So you're going to have to pay to keep a player like that. It's as simple as that. You're going to have to pay. And if you're not paying it with financial, you're going to have to pay it with years, right? You're going to have to give up something. If you're going to be stubborn and say, no, I'm only going to give you 5 years, guess what? You're going to end up losing players, because it's just getting to the point where 6, 7, 8 years is a norm now for one of your marquee players. I'll ask Manny in a sec, what would you do if Dacos asked for 8 years? I'm going to give one to Liam. What about Laylo? One of your big young kids who's one of your stars. What do you do if he asks for 8 years in 2 years' time? Would you consider, or would you go, no, we're going to be stubborn? So to me, 8 years is a long time, right? But I think we had no choice. We want to keep him, and we're going to keep him for that. And I want him to be there 8 years. And one more thing before I go on to Manny is everyone that says he's injury prone, right? Yous are all been touched in the head, and yous have got no idea about football. Walsh has played something like 83% of his games, right? He's only missed about 20 games in his time there, right? So people that think he's always injured, you don't know what you're talking about. He's a very consistent player. Last year, he missed 6 or 7 games. It was his biggest stint. The year before, he missed 4 games at the start and was Brownlow favourite after bloody 4 or 5 games after he came back, right? So the bloke is a star, and he's very consistent. So everyone that thinks, he's going to get injured, you don't know what you're talking about. Manny, what do you think about, first of all, we could start with that one there with the 8 years.
Well, first and foremost, if we're talking about consistency, it's good to see that Mark's keeping the consistency with getting up and walking away. But look, you're right, Rocco. I mean, first and foremost, it's like you said, other clubs were offering him 5 years, yeah? Now, the reality is...
Maybe more, Manny. I'm not sure, but they were giving him big contracts.
Okay, but obviously Walsh has decided that, you know what, this is the club I want to stay at. And, he's a good player. He's a player that's consistent, so you want to keep him. Going back to the question about whether I'd want... to get Dacos to sign, of course you do. You want your big players to be able to sign. You want them to be able to be part of that club, because it's also building that history with the club. I was watching one of those shows on one of the channels called Final Siren. I don't know if it's based on some players, and there was a lot of uncertainty about the Bulldogs, their superstar, whether he was going to sign or not, and of course at the end he signed. But this is we've got to remember that the loyalty has to exist somewhere, and I'll go back to what you said before earlier on, Rocco. Would you want to keep the ferret? Because as far as I know, you don't want to keep a ferret. Why would you want to keep a ferret? He doesn't want to be there. Sorry, Merritt. We're talking about Merritt. Why would you want to keep Merritt? Merritt the ferret. Why would you want to keep him in the club that he doesn't want to be there? It's a case of we're going to flex our muscles. We've taken now his captaincy. And so I tell you something. My question is this, Mark. My question is this. What is it that you are expecting, right, from a club that's got such a bad history over the last 10 years? We're not going to talk about the last 25 years, the last 10 years, right? What is it that you believe in your mind that one player like Merritt is going to achieve, that you guys have decided to sit there and turn it and say, and as Rocco said, why wouldn't you want to have the opportunity to take 3 first picks and plan for the future? Because at the moment, if I ask you the question, what is the Bombers' future? I can tell you right now, you're not going to tell me they're going to play finals football this year. I guarantee you won't. So
then what does a contract mean then, Manny? So you're saying if the player wants to leave, you should get rid of him. So if Walsh wants to leave in 4 years, fuck him off, do you? So what's I sign him up for 8 years? So you hold that player to it, don't you?
Yeah, but he doesn't want to play. Yeah, but we're not talking about Walsh. We're talking about Merritt. No, it's not the same, because Merritt is your captain. He's supposed to be the soul, the heartbeat of your club. Yeah. So the heartbeat of your club is saying to you, "Kurats, we don't want to fucking play." Yeah. So that's the thing. If it's just if you got another ordinary, when I say ordinary player that doesn't have like what Merritt is your captain. He's your superstar. He's the player that should be leading by example. And the moment he says, "I don't want to play for this fucking rotten club," you know what? I've had enough. Let's accept it. You know what? Sometimes you've got to accept that the club is a club and you love your club. But if you don't want him to be there, fuck him off. Simple. I rest my.
Well, he's a required player, and it's a holding tool, mate. That's simple solution. You've got the contract, you play, mate. Whether you play on the bench, whether you play full forward, whether you play in the midfield, it's showing clubs out there that players can't just want to leave when they just want to leave. So why give them a contract for 8 years?
What I'm saying, it's not just that you want to leave, because we did it with Kerno. It's not just about you want to leave and you'll leave. Like, if we didn't get what we wanted for Kerno, he wouldn't have left, right? But you know the deal went down to the last minute. It went down to the last minute because we said this is what we want, right? Because we think, all right, you want to go, you go. Because I don't want someone there who doesn't want to be there. Merritt did not want to be there, right? Your captain did not want to be there. What does it say to the rest of the team? So what we did was, yes, you don't want to be there? Right, we're going to get the best deal for Carlton. Because guess what? Carlton is bigger than any individual. You standing there and being stubborn, right? I don't think it was the right decision. You could say whatever you want. You could set yourself up for the future. We set ourselves up now for 3 first rounders. Guess what? Next year when we're going for Cody Walker, they're changing the rules apparently, and we're going to need 2 first rounders to bid for him, right? To bid for him. He could go number 1. And guess what? Next year, Carlton have 2 first rounders. We've set ourselves up for the future. You guys have just been stubborn. Oh, no, I'm going to keep him. Like, oh, whatever. We're going to, I'm going to keep him. Whatever. Do whatever you like. We'll see. You won't know.
How old is Walsh?
Until 2 or 3 years' time.
How old is Walsh?
Right decision. But we'll see how we go.
How old is Walsh?
How old is
Walsh?
How old is 25. 25, I think.
25. So he's till 33 years old. Is that right? That he's contracted to. So that's a long time. Yeah, that's a pretty long time. 8 years, bro. Yeah. So say, for instance, you know,
I agree. But you've got to keep your stars. And another thing, before you go on, you've got to keep the players. You've got to build within. That's how successful clubs build. They got to reward the people at their club, not reward people from outside your club. You've got to reward. Walsh has not only been a great player for us, he has also been very loyal. And he signed at the start of the year. He showed great loyalty. That has to be rewarded. You know what that did to the rest of the team, knowing that Jagger Smith, who's going to be a star, regardless of what you're going to say. Jagger Smith is going to be a star. You know the difference of him knowing that Walsh is playing next to him. They're like bros, these two. They love each other, man. They know where they play, you know. So to me, signing him, as I said, it's a long time, but I'm not losing Walsh. He's one of our marquee players.
Who's to say in 5 years' time, Carlton have, recruited all these young players now because they've got rid of Kerno and these young kids coming through and they don't perform. And then all of a sudden, Walsh is getting close to his 30 and there's no success at Carlton and he's gone, shit. I haven't got much more to go. It's not about the money anymore to me. I want to go to Richmond because they're, progressing all of a sudden.
And then we go to Walsh, thank you for your services, like we did with Kerno, and we go, right, Richmond, you want Walsh because you're on the verge of a premiership. You want Walsh. How many first rounders are you going to give us? Oh, we'll give you like 2 first rounders, and we're going to go, yep, you know what? He's happy to go. We've got what we could out of Walsh. He wants to leave. He doesn't want to be here. Now it's time to think about the bigger thing, which is Carlton and the future. That's what it's about, mate. It's not about standing your ground. Sometimes you've got to learn to know which battles to fight, bro. Battles to fight, right? Yeah. Fighting the battle with Merritt, I don't think was the right decision. Fighting a battle with Kerno isn't the right decision for us. Right? He wants to go, fine, go. We call him now the Rat King, right? I've got tops made up. Hold on, I'm going to show you something. This is what we'll be wearing at the game, right? This is what we're going to be wearing at the game, mate. Look at this.
Yuck, rats.
I love it. I love that. That
King
is
of the
great.
SCG, the Rat King, right? Because now he's a rat. You
Hey,
want to
Rocco,
go?
can I ask, how old's Kerno?
Kerno would be about 28.
28.
Okay, so it's safe to say that he's potentially got at least 3 good years behind him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got 3 or 4 years, man.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Kerno's a star. Don't get me wrong, mate. Kerno is at one of the mate, he was kicking 60, 70 goals. Mate, he won the leading goal kicker for 2 years and almost won the third. Listen, he's a star. He's a star. But at the end of the day, it's about Carlton. And if you don't want to be there, right, off you go. Because we can't have that, bro. We can't have that. You know Merritt. The first time they play Merritt, mate, I'll be straight in his face and calling him a traitor. You fucking traitor. Every time he goes near the ball, mate, I'll be having, and trust me, the crowd is going to give it to that bloke. And if he starts to have a bad year, Essendon are going to turn on him like the Titanic turned around, mate, and went to the bottom. You watch. So, but if you think it's the right thing, go for it. Liam?
Oh, they're playing Hawthorn in round 1 as well, so I'm interested to see where he jokes to it, the quarter time huddle and stuff. Does he go join Hawthorn? I don't know. Now, look, we have ripped into Essendon and Mark here. I just want to give a little bit of support here with one thing that I think. I actually don't mind Essendon's decision in the fact that Zach Merritt was a contracted player. They had his contract. And they said, unless we get something we think is good enough, we are not going to move in. In that sense, I think it's fair. However, seeing the offer that they got, I think maybe they probably should have taken it. I would have taken it personally. But end of the day, it's their decision. The question that I'd ask, I think kind of Manny had sort of the same question as well, is and I'd ask it to both of you. So, Mark, with Essendon, if you're keeping Merritt for 2 years, what's your plan for keeping him? What is your plan? Like, I'm assuming if you're keeping him, you want to be winning stuff. To be honest, from the outside looking in, I don't see it happening. And then Rocco, same question to you. Signing Sam Walsh on for 8 years, that's a pretty long time. What would be successful for Carlton? What do they see happening in that 8 years to say, we want you for this whole time? That's the question that I have around this stuff.
Well, if you're going to ask me, first of all, I think we're building for the future. I think we're starting to build something strong. You got Jagger Smith, you got Harry Dean, you got Cody Walker coming in there. You put Walsh there. We're getting some young forwards that are starting to build. Haywood and that I think are going to be good, and Ainsworth, you know what I mean? Some good young defenders. You also got Hollands, both Holland boys. Chester came in this year. I think he's going to be good. So they're building. So you got Walsh, who's going to be our future captain. And you're going to look, you're not getting rid of Walsh. You can say whatever you want. We think in the next 3, 4, 5 years, we're contending for the 4 in about 3. I reckon in the next 2 or 3 years, we're going to start contending for the 4. I think we're building nicely. We've changed the top end of with all our administrations. We're moving in the right directions. You're asking to me what would be success? Yeah, success is grand finals. Let's not be stupid here. Success is grand finals. Could we be a better side and win a grand final with Walsh? Fucking oath. Walsh is captain in 2 or 3 years' time, and Jagger Smith, Cody Walker, and maybe get with these first rounders that we're getting, and we've opened up salary cap, right? We're getting rid of TDK and all that kind of stuff, right? We are building, and I'm telling you, there's a big name player coming to Carlton at the end of the year. There is a big name player coming up, and they're building towards it, right? So this is what we're doing. We're building a team for a premiership, and I think Walsh is part of that. He has to be part of that.
All right, let me ask you this then. Just
before you go on, before I forget, sorry, or else I'll forget, right? I just want to do this. Oz, thanks for the $5. I'm more than hoping that we and Sam Walsh see a grand final win, or 2 grand final wins, or 3 grand final wins in the next 8 years. Go Blues. And that's exactly what I think we're hoping for. And also, before you go, one more. And then it's also Oz again with the $1.49 super. He gave us a super sticker. Thanks, Oz. Oz is a great supporter. Thank you, Oz. You're a great calm person. Sorry, continue on.
So So, like with Oz's comment, obviously that's your goal. You want to win a couple premierships.
Yeah.
Now, let's say 4 or 5 years down the line, it's about halfway through his contract. Well, what if you're still in the same spot? What if there hasn't really been much improvement?
I mean, what can
And
you
then
do
he
to
says, you know what? I'm sick of waiting. I don't think it's going to happen. I want to move. He's still got 3 or 4 years left on his contract. Same as where Merritt's at the moment. What do you do then if things don't pan out, it doesn't work, and he says, you know what? I'm not waiting. I don't think it's happening. I want to go.
Well,
That's my point.
maybe you got your ears painted on, because I did answer this specific question with Mark like 5 minutes ago. And the answer is, I'll say it again, is simple, right? In 4 years' time, right, if he wants to go, right, it depends on the deal. If someone in 4 years' time, and we're in the same position we are, offers us 3 first rounders, I'm taking it. Now, people think that the player signs a contract and he's got all the power. But in actual fact, it's the club that's got the power. And Mark just proved it because they kept Merritt, right? So what happens is the club will say this, yes, who wants him? Oh, Collingwood wants Geelong. Let's say Geelong, because they take all the stars. Geelong want him. What are you going to give for us? Oh, we'll give you 2 first-round picks and this gun maybe forward. Rightio, let's do the deal. Geelong come along and go, we're going to give you our 3rd rounder. We're going to go, guess what? You're staying at the club.
What you're really doing then, you got teams like Geelong and Brisbane, to get those first rounders, you never get a high-quality first rounder, mate. So that player's not going to go to, say, they're going to go to a lower team, so, that's been on the bottom for the last 3 or 4 years. West Coast, Richmond, Carlton, Essendon, whatever the case may be, and they'll get some young talent, But for what you're saying before rebuilding, and Liam, to answer that question again with Merritt in some ways, but Carlton have been rebuilding for say 35 years anyway, mate. So, another 5 years, I don't think it's going to make a big difference. But as for Merritt, I think we need. I'm not going to say the word leadership in some ways, because he's not our leader. He's not our leader. He's not our captain. But I think Essendon still require just some form of players that have got that experience. And I think one of the reasons why he is required, and that's why we've kept him on his contract. And I think we'll require for a couple more years. I think it's about the experience, on-field experience.
But he's a rat. Well, you've got a rat in the ship, bro. You've got a rat. You've got a bloke who's a rat who thinks that your team is hopeless. That's what he thinks. There's no faith in your club. Zero faith. Yes, zero faith in your club. He's a scab. He's a rat. He's one of the worst. At least Curnow said, listen, I want to go, and we got rid of him. Right? That was it. But he's a rat. The captain wanting to leave is a rat. And it's the same for who went from West Coast? Did he go to Brisbane? Was it the captain?
Oscar Allen.
Yeah, Oscar Allen. He's the same, but you know what? He's gone to Brisbane. Who's got a chance of winning the next 3 premierships? You know what I mean? He's smart. He's probably done his time. He wanted to go. They decided, you know what? You don't want to be here. They're practically in the same position as you, West Coast. They had one of their captains who wanted to leave, but they thought, you know what? We got to build, mate. Because guess what? Tassie and that are coming in, right? And they're going to start taking all those draft picks. So you got to be real careful. But again, Mark, who am I to question the great Essendon team who make the best draft picks over the last 20 years? Who am I to question?
Oh, yeah. We've changed our admin.
It's what you said before, Rocco. If you're going to keep him, right, it's like, how can I explain it? If let's just say, all right, let's say that, you're talking about GWS, right? Now, if GWS says, you know what, we need to keep a player like Ferret because, potentially we might be one of the favourites to win the premiership this year, you can understand. But for the Bombers to keep Merritt because, we're going to keep him, he's our captain, but he's not going to be here, potentially you think to yourself, you're keeping him because why? You may play finals football. Well, that ain't going to happen. We might, we're building. What are you building? You're building around a geriatric now. Think about it. Because in a couple of years' time, he's finished. Yeah?
Well,
he's finished. So you guys need to, Look, I feel sorry for the true, genuine Bomber supporters who are hurting, right? Because they really want to see change. They want to see growth. Now, Carlton, at least you could say, you know what? They took the one bloke that Collingwood had, who developed and created Collingwood and became the team that we were for the last 6-7 years or 10 years. All right, they took Graham Wright. Graham Wright's gone into the club, and all of a sudden, you know what he's doing? He's starting to he's just trimmed all the fat around the piece of steak, and now he's the fillet. He's looking at the fillet. And he's going to start. That's what the Bombers don't have that. And that's a concern, Michael.
New president, new recruitment manager. So, well, we've changed our ways in our admin, mate, and that might make a change. So, look, we won't know until the end of the year, buddy. Just build a bridge.
Right. Hang on. So this is where it gets interesting for me, is because it's the future. It's what does it look like? We've all got our opinions on how it looks right now, but 2 years down the track, Merritt's contract ends. If Essendon actually do good and make finals in that time, maybe, dare I say, win. I don't think so. But do we come out and say, actually, Essendon made the right decision keeping Merritt because they got to finals and then they played?
It's just started.
But on the flip side, if you hold him for 2 more years and you don't make finals, then do we say, well, you made the mistake. You could have built for your future, got those 3 first-round picks then. And it's the same thing with Walsh. If you go 4 or 5 years down the track, nothing happens, then you trade him off. Yeah, you're going to get a good deal for him, but then do you come back to this decision now and be like, was signing him for 8 years was that the best move? It's hard. We don't have the answers right now because I don't know what's going to happen.
You don't know what's right and
that's
what's
how I'm
wrong.
thinking.
But you got to think what for now and for the future. I mean, the Walsh deal, forget about it, man. Everyone would have done exactly the same. You're all talking rubbish, man. You get one of your marquee players, you're not getting rid of him, right? What's the difference? 6 or 8 years. What's the difference, man? The money's the same. To me, the money's the same, right? It's going to be the same money. All they did was they extended it so his future is now certain and he's going to be a Cullen player for the rest of his term unless he leaves after 6 years. Who knows, right? But up to now, everyone, you would have done it with Dacos. You would have done it with your marquee player. I mean, who's your marquee player? I don't really even know, Mark. Who's a marquee player for you? No,
you could say, yeah. So you could say Caddy. You could say he's a young.
Oh, let's say Caddy because Caddy is probably one of your marquee players. Do you want to get rid of Mark? Do you want to get rid of Caddy?
He's a young player. So that's when you can understand why you would sign someone for 8 years. Not when they're
25 or 21. It doesn't matter, mate. In a couple of years, when his contract is over, right, and he's at 23 or 24, right, do you want to get rid of him? Answer the question.
The guy might be fucking cooked by 31, mate. Who's to say he's going to play to 33?
He might be cooked. I might be cooked, and you might be fucking doing Fourever Rivals with someone else. What I'm saying to you, answer the question. Yeah. Stop trying to be a politician here, right? At 23, at the same age as Walsh, he's a star, right? He's one of your marquee players, right? Do you want to get rid of him?
You don't want to get rid of him, but you wouldn't go signing him for 8 years. So, someone like maybe...
You wouldn't give him 8 years. Your marquee player, who's your future captain, right? You're not going to give him 8 years.
You give that Richmond player, that Laylor that looks like Dusty Martin, you'd give him fucking 8 years, right? Because he's young and he's shown talent and you want to keep him. But not when you're turning 25, 26, mate. Who's to say that Sam Walsh is going to keep going at 33? So that's a long time.
But who says he's not? Like, what are you going to do? Like, what are you going to do? You're going to get rid of now Walsh in his best years.
I just don't think that you should give a player 8 years at that age. Give him 5 years and assess him for
at 25, if he was your marquee and your captain, because Walsh will be our next captain, right? Would you give him 8 years?
The club, I believe they should. I don't believe they should. No. Not at that age.
then you've got no idea about footy. I hate to say it, because already your two decisions of keeping Merritt at fucking 48 years old, and after offering fucking 3 first rounders, you decide to keep him, and then you turn around and say someone like a Caddy, who's your future fucking marquee player at 23, 24, you wouldn't give 8 years. Like, what is wrong with you, bro? Like, how do you run the club? How do you run this club?
If Carlton was successful and Walsh is 30 years old and his contract runs, there's a difference between successful or not, mate. If he's 30 years old, he's still, you know, his contract is gone, and Carlton have been playing finals, I mean, like grand finals. Do you think you'd leave, or do you think you'd stay because you want success?
It doesn't matter, Mark. We're in 2026 now. Listen to me. We're at 2026. He's 25. He hasn't even hit his prime yet. The players hit their prime at 25, 26, 27, 28, right? He hasn't even hit his prime yet, right? Don't fucking do that. Players hit their prime in their mid-20s to late 20s. That's when they hit their fucking prime, right? Right? So he's fucking hasn't even hit his prime. We're building for the future. And you're going, what if in 5 years you don't make, what if 5 years anything?
Not the kids of today. Not the kids of today, mate. So the kids of today, they've been built at 17, 18 years old. They're playing senior football now.
It doesn't matter that you're playing senior. You're trying to say, it doesn't matter that they're built earlier. You're trying to say you're not at your prime in your mid-20s.
I reckon 22, 23, if you've been drafted at
you're
17,
at your
18,
prime at 22, 23. You know what prime is, Mark? I'll explain what prime is. Prime is at the pinnacle of your ability, at the top of your ability. You're telling me at 22 is at your top of your ability, and then after 22, because this is what you just said, right? After 22, you go downhill, do you?
I believe if you're not good enough, that's when you start getting traded or start getting delisted. That's what's happening. You've got to show your form. You've got to show your form now.
I'm glad you're back, Mark, because your explanation at 22 is your prime, and then I said to you, is it at your prime? And you went to, if you're not good enough, you are, not only are you a politician, right? You are the worst politician I've ever met in my life. Let's move on to the next one, because you do my head in. Let's go into the next one, man. You know what? Fourever Rivals is back. Fourever Rivals is back. All right, listen to me. Let's go into something maybe let's move into something we can all agree on. Rule changes. These have been the rule changes for 2026. Thanks to Bo for the fucking graphics. How good are they? And proudly brought to you by Corton Security Doors and Blinds. What is the number? What is the number, Mark?
Might need an answer.
What is the number, Liam? What is the number? Come on. Bo knows the number.
I don't know. If I had an advert to remember it by, I'd need to see that.
Manny, you should know by now, mate. You should know by now. Come on, just spill me, buddy.
Look, I'm good with numbers, but I have to admit you've caught me off guard. I don't even have the number in front of me, so I do apologise.
Come on, Mark. Give us the number so we can move on. What's the number?
Come on, Mark.
Well, that might be a tricky question for you a little bit later on in that minute segment coming up, Manny. So you better have your fucking max.
All right. Well, someone's just.
Are you going to give him the number so we can move on, Mark? I'm trying to do an ad for your company. What's
4848 8339 4848.
All right, done deal. All right, so we got the rule changes. The gold square starting position. Liam, what do you think?
Yeah, that's fine. No problem with that one. It'll work. I don't really know if there's much of a change with that anyway, is there?
No, I think it's pretty
like standard. I feel like that's the thing with some of these rules, like they're new rules, but it's more enforcing old rules, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, you're probably right.
They're
all right, this one's the big one, the last disposal rule. So people understand. If you don't, within the 50, between the 250s, last person to touch it. It has to be a clear possession, like a kick or a handball. It can't be off the pack or anything. They automatically get the free kick. The other team gets the free kick. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah, majority of these days it's deliberate, but I think the concern is when a player deliberately kicks the ball against another player's knee or something, it comes off the knee, and they'll start learning these freaking tricks, mate. I reckon so. A little bit kind of in the grey area.
I don't think that'll be paid.
It was paid a couple of times in the pracky games where it wasn't intentional though, but it did come off. One player hit the other player on the foot and it went out of bounds. And it wasn't deliberate, but yeah, it looked like I think the players are going to make some changes to that. But I think it's still a grey area. I think it's still a bit of a grey area.
I reckon it's actually cleaned it up because at the end of the day, they were already doing it. So all they're doing now is they're just making sure that if it's a last person, there's no, is he going to pay it? Isn't he going to pay it? They're going to pay it. I reckon they've cleaned it up now. I think the rule is much more clearer now. We won't be sitting in there going, we're going to know straight away. If he kicks it and it bounces and goes to the right and goes out, you go, well, that's it. It's a free kick. And I think they were already doing it in my opinion. Manny?
Yeah, I agree. They've cleaned it up, and I think it's going to move much quicker. I mean, our game's already evolved, and it's a quick game, but I think now it's going to move even more quick. And this is where players are going to have to be more alert because all of a sudden, where they're thinking, it's going to be a ball up, and I'm going to find myself in a position to do whatever. Now, if the other player gets the ball, he's going to look for the free man. So it's going to be a quick game. You have to be, at your wit's end about it. So I think it's going to be good. I like it. But the one that I don't like, and if I may say, is this centre ball up contest. That one there, I just don't understand it. That
was next?
To me, it's a bit confusing at the moment.
Well, go if you want to. Maybe. We saw it a couple of times. There was one with Grundy. He kind of like balked him, so he fell over. And there was one paid against actually our one, Pitternet, and they actually came back and said it was the wrong decision. So this one here is you can't step over the line when you're rucking. Yeah, so that one there, and I think a line. So that one there, I don't know. I reckon there's going to be a few issues with that. So what do you reckon, Liam?
Yeah, look, it's going to be one that takes a little bit of getting used to. Obviously, for us, I don't think it's going to be very good because it doesn't really suit our rucks game. I think it kind of takes that element of chance out of it. It seems like if it's just a straight ball up, like you're going to back the taller guy or you're going to back the guy with the best jump. Whereas at least with a bounce, kind of creates a little bit of indifference. I know it's a hard skill to do. I understand that's why they've mainly got rid of it. But yeah, I don't think it's the best. But like in terms of dictating the rule, it'll depend how teams use it. Like you spoke about the Grundy one. I actually thought it was really clever. I think when we spoke about stuff like this last year, I was like, smart teams will figure out how to exploit the rule and make it work for them. Grundy found a little bit of a loophole and used it. So I was like, you know what? Fair play. I like it.
Yep.
So
100%. Mark, you like it?
Not great. I mean, the umpires initially couldn't even bounce the ball anyway, so they were pretty much throwing it up regardless. But I think they were saying something they might have an extra umpire getting closer to the wing because the throwing up umpire can't see that line. So as he's throwing the ball up, he's looking at ruck, whatever the case may be, but they're not quite sure he's crossing the line. So I think they might be introducing something like that where another umpire gets closer to the wing doing the centre bounce or centre throw up. Because that line is what's that line for? What's that line that's in the middle of the ground for? What's that? What does that mean?
No, well, with the ball ups, with the centre ball ups, you can't cross the line when you're rucking. So if you do cross the line, even one toe, you're going to get a free kick against you when they're doing the ball up.
The ball that's throwing the ball up, he's won the ball. How does he know who's crossing the line?
If
that's what they were saying.
The line.
Yeah, okay. All right. They were saying they're going to give an umpire to judge that, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
Just
so if
confusing for
you
me.
cross the line, like they paid Pin and Ed, they said his foot crossed the line, and then and the other one was the Grundy one where he balked him and he kind of fooled him and he accidentally stepped over the line. He got a free kick from it, so you can't cross the line. Also, the ball up is the other one now. There's no more bounces. I'm happy with that. They can't bounce anyway. Stuff them, it just wastes time. So why give them a skill they don't need? The line kicking times, I don't know what that means. The line kicking times. Do you know, Liam? Is it just what time, how long they got to kick it?
I would
Not
assume.
sure.
Actually,
Ruck nominations is the same, so you've got to nominate your ruck. Struggling in the tackle. Yeah, now with I noticed with the tackling that they were really quick on the tackles this. Yeah, Liam, anything?
Oh no, just on the aligned kicking times, it's for when players take the kick out. So
Yeah,
it's dropped down from 12 seconds to 8 seconds.
Oh, there you go. So they've made it. So they're trying to make it even quicker again. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I don't think it makes a huge difference. Yeah, and I think the other three at the end are they're going to really tighten up on these rules. The stand rules, struggling in the tackle, and ruck nomination. So with the other ones, yeah. So they're just kind of.
Yeah, like I said, like the stand rule's been there. It's just now they're enforcing it harder, aren't they?
Yeah.
So it's not really a new rule. I just want to go back on that second one, the last disposal rules, and it was the comment that Enzo actually made in the chat. 'Cause I thought the same. Well, why is it not in the 50s? Why is it only between the marks? I don't. Yeah, this one.
Yeah, why is it
only that rule across the whole ground?
Yeah, because it becomes hard when you do it in the 50. I mean, it's very dangerous because of the goals, I suppose. I suppose that's the reason. So I understand what you're saying, but I don't think there's any other way they could have got away with it. Yeah. So if they couldn't have, there was no way they could do that all over the ground. There's no way. That would be a disaster.
Could do just like, I don't think you guys would have played AFL 9s, but I played for a bit.
I think also it'll take away.
Sorry, Liam, just finish your thought there.
Yeah, like so when you would do it in AFL 9s, like it was the last touch rule as well, but when it was it's like a forward 30, they'd have to pass it before. It's like, so if the defender last touches it, the forward gets the free kick, but then if they're in the forward 50, they've got to pass it first before they can take a shot on goal. Could enforce that rule to stop it instead of goes out of 50 and then they've got to take a shot.
Rule change, right? Here we go.
Yeah,
More
I think it also
that could be a way to get around it.
Yeah.
I was going to say it would take away the role of the defender, won't it? Because usually the defender will sit there and punch the ball away. And 90% of the times when they punch the ball away, especially if they're near the goals, it's going to go out. So, you're going to take away the role that they perform.
That's not a free kick,
so I think keep it as it is.
That's not a free kick, Manny. If you punch it over the line in a contest, you don't get a free.
And I agree with the fact that if it's within the 50, it shouldn't be.
No, but anywhere in the ground, even outside of the 50, if you punch it, it's not a free kick. It's only a deliberate kick or handball.
Okay.
It's not like an accidental. If it comes off the pack or you go to punch it away, it's not a free kick. That's not part of it. It's only when it's a deliberate kick. When you kick it down the line and it bounces right angles and goes out. Everyone knew they were going to get a free kick off that. Now all they've done is they've said, you know what, it's a free kick. There's no disputing it, So I actually don't mind it. All right.
Okay.
That was pretty good. I like that. I reckon we move into the next section because there are a couple of games, man. Does everyone want to get into the games? I reckon we do. I reckon we're ready for this one. Let's do it. The rival rounds. This is where we talk about the teams, our games before we get into our tips. Yeah. So the first game, of the season. The opening round, March 5th, SCG 7:30 will be there. Sydney v Carlton.
Whoa.
Yes, it's going to be the first big game. Yeah, so I'll talk about this one. It's my game. Yeah, it's going to be a tough game, man. It's going to be a tough game. We've got the big rivalry now between Curnow and the Blues. We've also got a couple of their players in Florence and also Haywood. Big Will Haywood. He definitely gives me wood. I like Haywood. I like Ainsworth. Ainsworth actually didn't come from there. He came from Gold Coast, I think. So we've got the big game. It's at the SCG. It's going to be tough, man. This is going to be a tough game for the Blues, man. We're going to get up there. Curnow, at the end of the day, he's a rat. He's gone over there, and I'll be wearing my rat. I'll be wearing my Rat King t-shirt that we hopefully there's a whole bunch of us there. We'll probably be on. It's going to be tough, man. He's going to be hard. Wiedering, so we did see the teams today. Wiedering is named. I think he'll play. He's going to be sore, but we're going to need him against Curnow. They've also named, of course, Haywood, Ainsworth, Chesser's playing. These are the new players that are playing. Who else? There'll be Elijah Hollands playing in there. So we've got a whole bunch of new players playing there. Can't even. I've got to look. If anyone can tell me the ins, I looked at them today because we had the new show, Selection Blues, with Dylan and Zach. Dylan and Zach do selection table, or they do the Selection Blues every week. They were on today, and they announce the team live. So make sure you catch up with them every week. Yeah, Florence, Haywood, kick more than Charlie.
7 players, I believe.
What was that?
You've got 7 new players to your team.
Yes, we've got 7 new players to the team. Yeah. So there's a bunch of new players to the team. It's going to be a new lineup. It's going to be a new looking. You could see in the pre-season the Blues are playing the game a bit differently. So they are moving the ball a lot quicker. They are going to get themselves into trouble because it is a new game plan, but they are definitely moving the ball differently. Let's talk about one of the new players in Jagger Smith. It's always Jagger. It's always Jagger, man. So with Jagger, the bloke's a gun. First game, 37 possession, kicks a goal, 5 or 6 tackles. The bloke moves. I hate to say it, he's very Dacos-like in the way he's evasive and the way he kind of knows where the ball is. Oh, here we go. Mark disappears like Essendon does every year, and then Manny can't even keep his internet going. But anyway, I'll talk to you and the rest of the crowd. So we got Jagger. Jagger's a gun. And he's 37 and as I said, a goal, mate. The bloke looks good. He looks good with Walsh. You were asking to me, why would you keep Walsh? Yeah, well, Walsh and Jagger is going to be there for the next 8 years and doing a lot of good things. So Jagger's going to be someone interesting to look at. He'll get tagged straight away. This bloke, I think he's gone down from 250 to 180 to win the Rising Star, and I can't see no one else passing him in the Rising Star. The bloke's an absolute gun. He's going to get a lot of possessions. We got who we got here? Mark Bangs. It's a better show with just Rocco and Liam anyway. Watch the subs go up. Yes. Well, Mark, you just walked up. Manny can't even keep his internet going. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. We've only won about 2 games in Sydney in about 19 years. So it's already tough to go up there and win. Go up there. But always, first game, you just don't know what's going to go on. You don't know how they're going to play. Last year we went up there and we beat Brisbane in the first game. So it can happen. Will it happen? I think we can win. I could definitely think. I've picked them to win by 6 points, so I still think that Carlton can win. But it's going to be tough, man. They've got a fucking strong midfield. Their defense is strong, and they're forward. Now with Curnow, as I said, he's the rat. The bloke can kick goals, man. He's dangerous. So it's going to be tough, So Yeah, that's my take on the Sydney game. I was going to go to the
Yeah, where is Manny?
I don't know. I was going to do the Collingwood game, but the bloke's just disappeared, you know.
Can I ask you one question about the Carlton?
He's back. Yeah, of course. Quickly ask me a question. Of course.
How much work internally in the pre-game for this do you think is going to be like how much work you guys going to put into the whole Kerno factor? Is that going to be something you talk about a lot at the club, or is it just a?
I think you have to, don't you, Lee? I think you have to.
Absolutely,
You do
I
have
think
to.
you do. I'm just wondering, is it the main focus? Is your main focus this week?
I think
we want to beat Kerno, or is it do we want to beat Sydney?
I don't think it can be a main focus, because if your main focus is on one player, then you're in trouble, because you've got a lot of things you've got to work out. You got your middle, you got your centers, you got the way you're going to move the ball. It's the way you're going to move the ball into your forward line. We've got a different forward line now with Haywood, Ainsworth, Mackay, so the ball's going to be moved different in there. So we've got to worry about that. You put time into Kerno, fucking oath, if you put time into Kerno. That's why Wiedering's playing. I'm telling you, you're playing another side without Kerno. You're playing like a Essendon who haven't got a forward line. Wiedering doesn't play this week. I'll tell you now, they rest him, But you play Kerno, you pad him up, and you're going to put him on Kerno, because we've also got our back line. We've got Harry Dean, who's going to be a great player. He already showed lots of good signs, but his first game, Kerno will eat him up if you put Harry Mackay on him. He'll eat him up, right? And then we're going to have people like we're playing Lewis Young in the back line, So, even Haynes, who's been one of our backmen, is not playing. So our back line looks a bit young. So you're going to have to play him. Yes. Look, to stop Kerno, Wiedering can do his job, and he'll do a good job. But it all starts from the middle. I mean, we've got to stop the ball getting there. You know what I mean? So the defense doesn't start in the back 50. The defense starts in the middle. That's where your defense starts. So that's what we've got to work on. If we can work on defending around the ground and the way the ball. So if we can rush Sydney, because you got to think about it, with the players that Sydney have got, mate, they deliver the ball like FedEx, right? They're on time every time, right? Don't worry about that. So if you can rush them, right, into delivering the ball, that makes a huge difference. But if you leave them, here he goes again, if you leave them just to do whatever they want, they're going to deliver the ball on a string to Kerno. So to me we put time into him, but it's about around the ground.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And then again, just to run like Enzo in the chat again, we're thinking tonight. But do you want to see you guys go? Like, you don't want to go and shake his hand. Do you want to go up? Are you going to go up and smash into him, give him a push, get a bit of biff going before the bounce?
100%. If I see one player going up to Kerno and shake his hands, I'll fucking spew up. I'll spew up, man. And we're going to be in that pocket. I hope he plays in our pocket in that first quarter, because I'm going to get kicked out by quarter two. I'll tell you right now. I am going to get kicked out. You're going to see me on TV. I'll tell you right now. If they go over there and shake his hand, I will spew up. It is a bloody disgrace, right? If that's what they're going to do. Mate, there is no way you go and you shake Kerno's hand. There is no way. I think one of our players should sacrifice 3 or 4 weeks and absolutely pound Kerno to the ground that he doesn't get up, right? That's what they should do. Nah, it's part of the game, mate. Don't worry about that, man. They got to go in there and give him such a jumper punch and make sure he doesn't get back up again. Hey, there's got to be no niceties here anymore. You play for a different jumper now. It's done. It's done. Yeah, after the game, when it's all finished, when you're the next day you want to catch up and have a mineral water, you do it. But on that ground, mate, there's no niceties, man. No niceties.
Nah.
Zero.
Yeah, you can't see any player going up to him and shaking his hand at the start.
You hope not.
Yeah,
you bloody hope not. If I see Wiedering shake his hand, I'm going to spew up, man. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're breast mates. I don't care. So let's hope
Nah.
that definitely. Harry, here we go. Sorry, Lana, one of our greats, and Joe, her mum. I forgot her name last night, but Joe, she's always watching all our shows. She's like 90 years old, and she actually moves and looks better than me, man. She's a star. We love Joe, so thanks for watching. Harry Dean will have a crack. I'll tell you one thing about Harry Dean. His first game, the bloke is Peter Dean's son, 100%, man. This bloke will die for the jumper. The things I saw him do in the practice match, he has no concern for his body. He's got no concern for his body. So, and he did go in a couple of times and defend our players. You know, the young kids went in. So I'm happy to see that. If anyone's going to crack him, I reckon that fucking Harry will give him a nice crack in the back of the head, man. I love that we got Harry Dean, because Peter Dean was one of our stars, one of our heart and souls of the club, and his son is just a chip off the old block. So, mate, looking forward to seeing Harry Dean play. Rightio. My take on it. Well, while you're back, before you disappear again, there is another game that no one cares about, but it is you. I'm sure there are some Quiller and Collingwood people that care. Well, let me opening round. You got 7:20 at the MCG. It's March the 8th.
Wow.
Can anyone hear me?
Nope.
Can we hear each other now?
Yeah, I can hear you, Mark. Can you guys hear? You can hear me?
I can hear you, Manny.
Not well, to be honest. No.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I can't hear Rocco either.
Yeah, Rocco was.
He's moving, and I can't hear him either.
Liam, can you hear me right, mate?
All right, you should be able to hear me
I
now.
I can hear Rocco now.
Yep, sorry. My mic did go out. My mic went out. All right, we're back. All right, listen. Mark Hucci, he's our captain. That's why they're playing Reedy. That was another one who's coming in. Before we go, relax. Before we go, I'm reading a super chat. Thanks, Mark Hucci, for the $2.99. Anyone want to give a super chat? No worries, man. I'll read out your comment. But we're playing Reedy. We're going to be playing 2 ruckman too. So I'm a bit surprised at that. But we're playing Pitternet and Reedy. Reedy is a bit of a he's a bit of a loose cannon there. So yeah, he might be one that's going to cop a couple of weeks to get.
See you next Tuesday, mate.
Yeah.
Oh.
Manny, what about Collingwood? What do you say about him?
All right, look, it's the million, isn't it? It's the $1 million Saints versus Collingwood. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're a bit light, but make sure you talk close to the camera. But go.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Yeah, look, I know what's happened, but I'm having issues. Yeah, I was just going to say that I think looking at the changes that Collingwood has made for this year, it really doesn't leave much to, like you're sitting to yourself as a supporter to yourself, you know what? We had this thing about last year, we've got all these geriatrics, maybe it's time for a change. I really don't know, it's going to be a real test. I mean, we've got a lot of old players that are going to be there. Certainly, there's been some, there's a bit of a few young players that come on board. I'm going to have to say that, at the moment, the $1 million Sekilda, because that's what they are. They are the $1 million team, aren't they? They've spent the money. They're quite convinced that this money is going to go to good use. TDK, I don't know, maybe that might sort of be the difference. It's hard to say. I know that they're looking at some big things this year, but I really don't want to too much about this for along with this one, but I think it's going to be a tough us from the Magpies. We've got a young team. We've got an old team. We've got a lot of young, undeveloped players yet. So, I think it's going to be a tough game for opening round for the Magpies.
It will be. And, yeah, I agree with Adam Baggers. You look like you got dildo or Dido internet.
Supposed to be Dido.
Dido, yeah. So you got shit internet. Mark, you're a little bit scratchy too. It only looks like me and Liam are the only ones who actually do something to get our internet right. But anyway, shit audio.
Looks like I'm back again. I've got full bars again. Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you might be. Yeah, you can, but you're a bit. Anyway, we'll keep on going. I'll keep this thing going. Don't you worry about that. All right. So they're the two games. We'll get into the tips and yeah. So I reckon. What are we gonna do? We got the games. Do we do? I reckon. No. What we do? We know what we're gonna do. I reckon we do this next. Bugger this. We are gonna do this next. We have got predictions for our teams this year. We have got 5 predictions, right? We went for. We'll go through them. All right. We'll start with what we did was we all got our predictions. We'll start one by one. We're going to go with the first one, where our team is going to finish. Rivals. Where's our team going to finish? Right. So I'll put them up there and you can maybe justify. Here's the first one. Where do your team finish? I'll start. I think we're going to finish 10th and we're going to make the wild card round. So there you go, mate. There's my prediction. Manny? Manny's done. Manny, can you hear us? No, he's done.
Oh, Manny's on his own. Oh, yeah.
I don't know what's going on. But Magpie, he went for 9th. Bombers, Mark, you reckon about 9th? What's going on, Manny, man? Fix the internet, bro. You've got 6 months to fix it, bro.
Sorry. Sorry.
He's
Can
gone.
you hear me now, guys?
Where's the one?
Use your phone or something. All right, go. Bombers 9th, man. This is not good. Bombers 9th. What do you reckon?
Yeah, 9th.
Right.
And Liam, you reckon 14th, yeah?
Yeah, I think that's where we're going to be. And you know what? I just want to say, I actually agree with where the Magpies and Blues are placed.
Yeah. So, what about the Bombers?
No. Well, we can't both.
Come on.
Can't have 2 teams in 9th. That's not right.
Can you hear us, Manny?
Well, the Bombers have got men.
He seems to break up.
Mate, get onto your phone, change it, get back off and go onto your phone or something, man. That's disgraceful, man. Seriously, 6 months to get this right. At the jumper punch, we don't work like this, man. If it keeps going like this, I'll just stuff you off. I'll get my dog fucking Shelby to sit in the spot. Unless we get a better conversation than that. Fix it up now. All right.
We can continue this, Rocco, I think. Us 3 boys, but it needs to be on.
Turn your camera, turn your phone around. Look at this. This is great viewing. I might put this on Instagram.
Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me now?
All right, that's better. All right. For fuck's sakes, man. Man, you've had 6 months to fix this, bro. 6 months.
You know, I've got the best internet in the world, but for some unknown reason, it's given me a bit of grief today. I'm not happy.
Oh, yeah.
I will be talking to Optus about this. They're making me look bad. and I don't like that. I really don't.
All right.
I'm used to a Del Monte suit. It looks good. It feels good. Is good. Anyway, I don't know if you heard me before, but yeah, I think that's a fair estimation of where Collingwood should finish, ninth, because in reality, we really don't look like we've got the players that are going to be there to support these other clubs. Because at the moment, if you look at the way these other 5, 6, 7 clubs have finished the year, it's fair to say that Collingwood, there's no way they're going to be in the 8. But my biggest concern is that why is it that Marco lives in Lala World again? 9th. Seriously.
Yeah, I'm being a realist, mate. If we look, I'll give you Nostradamus, right? Now, if Essendon is in the 9th, 8th position mid-season, we'll finish in the top 6. Okay? That's it. That's Nostradamus' call. So midway through the season, if Essendon are sitting 9th, we'll finish 6th.
Hang on. Hey, Rocco, so I'm a bit confused.
This is what you need to clip to remember.
Have we got a segment later on called Manny Make Me Laugh? Because I think Marco's just taken the limelight on this.
Mark, hey, it's not joke time now, Mark. It's not joke time. Hey, thanks to Lone Wolf Ant, $2. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Every cent you give us goes to the studio and all this fantastic internet that Mark and bloody Manny have got, right? We'll give them the $2 so they can fix up their internet. You're a little bit like Frozen 2 at times, but a lot better than think. My opinion, I think Mark's team will finish bottom 4. I think that's the opinion of most teams. Like you've got a rat as an ex-captain, and you really haven't improved your side. Anyway, let's move into the leading goal kicker. For me, it's simple. It'll be Mackay. He'll lead our goal kicking. Easy. Magpie Manny?
Look, it's at the moment, do I go back to, last year, Jamie Elliott, he had a great season. Maybe, we've lost Myercheck, so I'm gonna put my money behind Jamie Elliott again this year. I think he's probably got this year to prove himself, and I think he probably ends up scoring more goals than anyone in our team. So maybe wishful thinking on my behalf, but yeah.
What do you reckon, Mark? Are you going to be right, or are you going to be wrong?
No, Tim Peter obviously is our focal forward. So he's had a pretty good preseason too. So yeah, Tim Peter for me, mate.
And you got Liam. This is pretty standard, isn't it? Lynch.
Tom Lynch, yeah, probably his first proper preseason in about 3-4 years. He's going to be really key for us this year, I think. Still with a lot of younger guys down there developing, getting better. I think he's going to be a big focal point. And yeah, he'll be our top.
I like it. All right. Next one. These are the predictions. We're going to have these down, and we're going to go back and review these in the middle of the season. So we'll see how we go. Here we go. Best first-year player for me. It's easy, mate. Jagger all the way. Jagger will win the Rising Star by a length easily. Put your money on him now. Jagger Smith will win it. He'll be our best first-year player. Now, I know people are going to say it's his second year, but if you get an ACL before you even play a game and you don't even get to play, I think, I think it's his first year. So Jagger Smith for me. This Collingwood picture that we put up, Anderson, he looks like he plays in the 1970s. This bloke, he's got the porno mustache there.
Yeah,
got the young fella there, yeah.
Angus. He's even got the name Angus.
Angus
Anderson. Yep. His old man must have loved the AC/DC. So there's a lot of Anguses around there. But, it's going to be interesting. If you're asking me, Rocco, about who I think might sort of I wouldn't be surprised if, Jack Buller. He might sort of be one of the big surprises, but also Tynan Print. I can't pronounce his surname. Prindable. It's it's going to be it's going to be a real test for. I think he might be one of the uprising players for us this year. He was the on the national draft pick, so it's interesting to see.
You've gone with Anderson, right? You've gone with Anderson as your first year player, best first year player. With those other teams, I guarantee the way you were trying to say their names, right? I guarantee that you don't even know who these players are. Your son has written down these names. You can't even pronounce them. You have not seen these kids play one thing, and you're now starting.
I saw him
and not worry about your other shit players.
I saw them against North Melbourne, and North Melbourne had a pretty full squad. I think it was probably maybe a couple of players from what the commentators were saying. But our young team did okay against a full strength North Melbourne. So maybe watch this space.
Against North Melbourne, who have been pumped by like 1 million points every game. Yeah, no, well, that's good. That's good, Manny. I'm happy you're happy with that. Let's go with Marco. You reckon this bloke looks sharp?
Yeah, Dylan Sharp, mate, looks pretty sharp, doesn't he? Obviously, we'll get him up in this year's draft, an early pick. I think this kid here, mate, he's already made. He's already, he's built to midfield, so he'll start round one, and give him 3 or 4 years, mate, and he'll be elite. 22, 23, I reckon he'll be elite. So, this young fella's going to be our best first year player, I think. I hope, unless he gets injured.
All right, nice. And the last one is, look, I'm not going to try, because that looks to me like Girly J. No. Is that right? He's a Girly J.
Sam Grill, all right. Look, you guys are going to learn it pretty soon. The Gorilla. He is
the Gorilla.
Yeah.
The Gorilla.
Grilla.
I like Gorilla. What's wrong with that? That's sick, man. The Gorilla.
Right. He's not a monkey though, is he? That's a bit rude.
Come on.
Nah, look, he's a guy.
Speaking about Gorilla. I've got a good joke later on about a gorilla. So
you save it for later, mate.
Liam was trying to talk, bro.
Yeah, I do want to tell you guys about Sam Grill. I think he's a star. He's come in. He's probably been our most consistent player across our 2 practice matches off the halfback. He's fast. He's quick. He makes good decisions. He makes things happen. Yeah, I actually do think I've got to go with the crowd. I do think the man Jagger will take the rising star, but watch out for Grill, mate. He might be top 5.
He's a star, mate. He's already a star. How old is he? How old is he, Liam?
19.
Future star. He does look good. He does look good, the Gorilla. It does look good, the Gorilla. Is it true that Sharp is already injured?
Oh, I'm not quite sure. I haven't heard anything about it at this stage.
He's meant to be in my fantasy team. That's not good.
I know Angus Clark just got injured, so might be mistaken there.
We got Mick Marcucci 40. He reckons that will the highest goal scorer behind Harry is expected 60 plus. Oh, that's interesting. We've also got Dodo International, who's been watching us. Hi, Liam. We do appreciate your feedback, but unfortunately, we had to downgrade Manny's package due to a missed payment. Not to worry, look forward to returning Manny's service once he pays his bill, mate. What are you doing, bro?
There you go, Manny. It's on you now, mate.
All right, so then what we decided to do, everyone's writing these down, so we're going to be there. The next one is we decided that who's going to be the X factor of your team, the X factor. Here we go. I've gone for the bloke who we delisted and then got him back as a rookie, earned his spot back. I call him Bubba Hollands. This is Elijah Hollands. I think he's the X factor. If this bloke gets up and running, he could be one of the better players in the competition. The bloke has got skill. It's all up here for him. Can he keep it all together? So for me, it's Elijah Hollins. Magpie Manny, you went for Schultz.
Yeah, I reckon that the player that you don't like that much, Rocco. But I think he's the one little player that can really change things around. I really believe that. I don't want to say Dacos because I don't want to jinx the poor bloke. He's always ended up with coming second in every race. So I'm going to say Lucky Schultz. He's going to be the bloke who's going to make a huge difference this year.
Bobby Hill, if he decides to play this year, Bobby Hill has to quietly fix himself up. You got Caddy, you reckon, the bloke that you wouldn't sign for 8 years?
Yeah, Nate Caddy, I think the Bombers sign up for 10 years if they've got a chance, mate. So,
for him, you sign for 10 years. That brings him to like 33, doesn't it?
He's our future, mate. You
won't sign for 8, but you'll sign like a hack like Caddy for 10.
I consider this guy, and I think he's got a great agility for a tall forward. So he'll be the X factor for the Bombers this year.
All right, I like it. And Liam?
Big Harry Armstrong. I do want to say, I think a popular X factor for a lot of us Richmond fans was Taj Houghton, but of course, like all our other young stars, got injured. Harry Armstrong, he had his injury troubles last year. He looks fit. He looks strong. He's a big boy. He goes hard at the contest. He's great in the air. Pretty decent kick at goal too. Really excited to see what he can do this year. If not him, maybe Kane McAuliffe. Looks like he's locked down a spot on the wing. Really excited to see what he can do. But yeah, big Harry, maybe 20, 25 goals in a second-year player. Watch out for him.
All right, good. There's good X factors there. We're going to keep an eye on these. And the last one, of course, at the end of the year, I'm trying to find it. At the end of the year, who's going to be holding your best and fairest? Our 8-year new contract. Sam Walsh will win it. He looks like a beast, man. He's really built up. He looks fast. If everyone saw that goal that he kicked from the centre, took it out of the centre, ran through, he kicked it for 50. He's ready to rock and roll. Sam Walsh, for me, will win our best and fairest. Magpie Manny.
Who did I mention from memory there, Rocco? You had written it down. Because I don't want to sit there and say Nick Dacos. I actually think this year I'm going to put my...
wait a second. Can't you see the screen?
No, I can't. I can't see whatever you got there, no.
Why not?
Oh no, I can see 3 ugly faces, but I can't see. Well, actually 4 ugly faces because I can see my face.
Fix that for next week. You went for Dacos.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I might, if I may change that to Josh.
No, you can't change it. We've got it on the screen. We've got graphics. You went for Dacos. Why Dacos?
All right. Okay.
Darren's a good player.
Well, look, why Dacos? You say he's. I think he's a superstar, isn't he? He's a kid that's come on board. He's now 23 years old. I think he's slowly coming to the part in his life where I think he's a couple of years away from really reaching his peak. All right, so take notes of this, Marco. He's going to be reaching his peak. So I think and Nick Dacos has been. He's proven over the last couple of years that he's a unique player. He does things that a lot of players, he just does some things that you think to yourself, wow. Yeah, he's got that wow factor. So I think it's fair to say that he's one player that will hopefully don't lose to the Tasmanian team, because I can tell you now, they'll be offering something lucrative for him. They will be offering something lucrative.
There is word about him. I don't know if he's going to go for the money and that, but we'll wait and see. But he's a lot like the best and fairest winner for Essendon in Parish, don't you think, Magpie? Magpie Manny, Parish and Dacos, same level?
Hey, perish the thought, will you, mate? Perish the thought.
Mark, Parish wins the B&F for you guys.
BNF for me, mate, this year. I think he's had a full pre-season, and I don't think he's had one since 2024. And I think he played his best football that year. So, again, barring more injuries, I think he'll win best and fairest, and Zach Marriott close second.
Okay, Merrick plays second. Jesus Christ. I don't think he'll get top 10 because he's a rat. But anyway, we're going to go to Liam. Who do you think is going to win it? Loston is a good player.
Yeah, mate. My favourite ginger, Nick Verloston. Look, I feel like a lot of you guys looking in would say someone like Tim Taranto, who's definitely going to be up there for sure. But Nick he's our MVP, is our most valuable player. We don't have another player like him on the list. When he plays well, we're a much better team. Yeah, that's what I'm working on. He's our most important player. Therefore, he's going to be our best and fairest.
I like it. Good stuff, guys. So we've got them written down. So what we're gonna do is in the middle of the year we'll go back to them, and then we're gonna do something. We can change it. We can change our tips or our predictions in the middle of the year, but it's gonna cost us. It's gonna cost us, right? So if we want to change one of those tips, it's going to cost us a bit. So we'll work that out in the middle of the year, but that's pretty good. I think I'm going to get all 5 right. So there's no drama about that. All right. So the next one we're going to be doing is, what have we got next? Oh, yeah. Let's do this, mate, because we've got a big tipping competition going, mate. So let's get ready for this. The Fourever tips, and everyone hang around because we've got a couple of big segments coming up. Minute of Madness, which is going to be a bit of fun, and we've also got Manny Make Me Laugh. So everyone hang around. Make sure you don't leave. They're coming up real shortly. They're coming about shortly. They're coming about. Here we go. Opening round. Let's do our tips. There's only 5 games, as we discussed. I'm gonna get my pen out here, and let's go. We have got opening round. Liam, take the honors.
All right, gentlemen.
How good are the graphics? How good are the graphics? Just quietly.
I was actually going to mention that. That looks really cool. Thank you again to Bocheck for sorting that out for us. This looks great, hey? Like the lovely shot of the ground and everything.
Job, man, I'm telling you. He's a star. He's a star in the making.
But let's get to those fixtures, and we've spoken a lot about this one tonight. It's maybe the biggest game of the opening round. It is the first game of the season. Sydney Swans versus the Carlton Blues at the SCG. The Jumper Punch crew will be there with their Rat King shirts, excited for the game. But I think Sydney are too strong. They're going to win by 18 points.
What we're going to do too this year, we're going to go margins too, because then we'll do a minus plus. So at the end of the year, if there is 2 or 3 on the same, the margins will decide the winner. So we are going to give margins too this year. All right. So Liam was Sydney by
18 points.
I like it. Manny?
Carlton by 3 goals.
Wow. Carlton by 18. Marco. Where did he go? Far out, bro, mate.
Oh, mate.
Sorry, boys. Okay. Sydney Carlton.
You got to stop doing that, mate. You got to stop taking off.
I had to get me coin. I forgot me coin.
All right. What's that noise?
Oh, boy.
So, Manny, have we got...
No, man.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. Beautiful. Okay.
Go. All right. Yeah, Manny, Carlton by 18. Mark,
Yes,
Sydney
okay.
Gold.
It's going to be a lot closer than what we think, boys, yeah? So the only real interest I've got on this game is to see how it goes against his old boys there, the old Carlton Blues. But in saying that, I think if Cometti kicks 4 goals, Sydney will win by much, 24 points, Sydney for me.
Nice. And for me, like I said, Carlton in a close one, 6 points. It's going to be a thriller. Next one, Suns v the Cats.
Yeah,
Liam.
look, I don't know. Everyone reckons Suns are going to be a big top 4 team this year, potentially. And Geelong are always a top 4 team. But I think if the Suns are serious, and they do potentially want to be there, they've got to make their home ground a fortress. I think they're going to win this one. Suns.
By?
Yep.
By how much?
Look into this as well. Oh, good question. Fair question. 8 points.
8 points. All right, I like it. Or should we just do margins? No, we can't because do we pick one game? No, we'll do margins for all of them. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I've got to think.
Second game has been played up in North early on the season. I think the heat's going to hurt Geelong for this game. So the Suns for me by 8 points.
By how many?
8 points.
8 points. Manny.
Oh.
I think the Suns will beat Geelong. I watched them against Carlton, and they looked pretty average at the moment. I think they're probably. I mean, I know it's just a training session, but I think the Suns were going to do this, and they're going to do it quite convincingly. I reckon by 3 goals.
I like it. I'm going to say 18 points. I'm going to say Suns also by. I reckon they're going to do it by 29 points.
No, he's gone big.
Giants v Hawks.
Rightio. Should we move on to the next game? We have got Giants versus Hawks in Sydney or Canberra? Sydney. But Giants have got a lot of injuries to start the season, so I think they're going to struggle. Hawthorn got them there in the final. They'll get them there again by 24 points, 4 goals.
So Hawthorn by 24, you reckon?
Yes.
I like it. Next, Mark.
Flip of the coin for me, boys.
Oh, the flip of the coin.
Okay, we've got heads. So GWS. So seeing that it's a flip of the coin, I've now got to restructure my tip. GWS, how much? I'll say 14 points.
Oh, I like it.
Can you flip the coin for the margin, though, mate? How's that going to work?
That's what so I've just gone,
Maybe you can work something out for next week, Mark. Or what about you?
Roll the dice or something.
I reckon the Giants. by 2 goals.
Giants by 12 points. All right. And I also think the Giants will win, and I think it's a bit closer than that. I think it's going to be 3 points. All right. Next to go for it, Liam. What's next?
The Saturday night game, the 2-time premiers, Brisbane Lions hosting the Bulldogs. Look, we all think Brisbane are probably too strong in this one. And Bulldogs do not beat top 8 teams. I think this could be a big win. Let's go 41 points to Brisbane. They're going to start the season big.
I like it. Mark?
Yep, another tough game for North, mate, early in the year due to weather conditions. So I see Brisbane Lions winning by 15 points.
Brisbane Lions by 15. And Manny?
Yeah, I think the Lions are going to win this one by a goal.
By 6. And I think Brisbane by 14 points. So, and then we got the big one at the end is the Saints v Collingwood Pies. Liam?
Yeah, that is That is probably the most 50-50 round, and even from looking at other tips, yeah, people are saying it's a 50-50 game. But I think that St Kilda want to be on the big stage, and if they want to prove that they belong here, starts right now, starts in their first game of the season. Also, I'd just like to see Collingwood lose, but we'll go 4 points to the Saints. Could be wrong, but I'll go 4 points to them.
Mark?
Yeah, Saints need to win this game, but now obviously Collingwood have got some geriatric players that are missing. I think Moore and Howe and a couple of players are missing, so sorely will be missed. The $1 million team, I think, will get over the line by 38 points.
Ooh, far out. I think the Saints, I think it's going to be close, and that Pies will always come out and fight at the G. Yeah, but I think the Saints by, I'm going to make it 5 points. It's going to be a thriller at the G. And Manny, Pies by how much?
Well, look, I'm not gonna go with my heart. I'm gonna go with tactically speaking. So I'm gonna say the Magpies by 4 points.
No, I knew you were going to do that. There is no way you're going to go against them because you're a dumb. So, all right, beautiful. That was perfect. All right, everyone. We're going to remove that. We're going to go back to here. We're going to go into this one here now, guys. We are coming down to the end. Everyone's been waiting for this new segment, and I call it. Now, it's the madness. The minute of madness, sorry. So what we're going to do is, this is the new concept, guys. This is what we're going to do. We've come up with this. It was pretty good by you guys. So what we're going to do is 1 minute of quick fire questions. 1 minute. Now, I did forget to get a timer, but I'm going to have a timer on my phone, right? So we're going to do 60 seconds of minute of madness. 1 minute of quick fire question. We're going to do 2 every week. This week, Liam's going to give me the minute of madness, and then Mark's going to give it to Manny because it's our teams that are playing. So for 1 minute, let me get this timer going.
Oh, there you go. All right.
For 1 minute. And when I go stop, it stops. But it's got to be quick fire questions, quick fire answers. We've discussed it. I'm going to start it off. Be professional about this because I'll show you how it's done, me and Liam. The most professional people here. We'll get this going. And then we'll get the other 2 imbeciles at the end trying to get it all wrong. You watch. But anyway, when you're ready, tell me when to start and we'll go.
Got to lock in. I'm nervous now. All right. You ready?
Tell me when.
All right, go. Are you? Yep.
I'm ready, go.
All right. Sam Walsh, how many disposals?
32.
How many goals for Mackay?
3 this week. 3.
How many for Curnow?
Curno's going to get 1 goal this week. He's going to be held up.
Is there going to be any suspensions or reports from this game?
Yes.
How many?
1 suspension, and he'll be calm player.
Jagger Smith, Rising Star nomination, first up.
100%. Best. He'll probably get BOG.
In Sydney, Harbour Bridge or Opera House, where are you going first?
Either, but I'll take the Opera House.
How many beers you going to have at the game, mate?
I don't drink a lot of beers at the game, but I'll have 1. 1. Very good, Manny. Very good.
That's time.
That's good. I like that. That was very
Nice.
good.
Nice.
It goes, man. All right.
It goes quick. It does. That's why they call it the minute of madness.
How did you like that, guys, in the chat? Do you think that was really fun? I reckon we get in. Oh, now we've got this is going to be fun,
7
man.
or 8,
We've
I
got
think.
Mark asking Manny a minute of questions. Are we ready for this? When I say go,
I'm ready for this one, actually.
When I say
Ready?
go, are you ready, Mark? When I say go, I'm going to push the start, and you go straight into the question. And Manny, quick answers. Don't go elaborating on the questions.
All right.
All right, let's go. Ready, set, go.
Manny, do you believe that Scott Petterbury should play for another year after this year?
Yes. I think he definitely. Sorry?
Who is your favourite current player?
I'd have to definitely say Josh Dacos.
What number does he wear?
Number 2.
Oh, jeez. 7.
7.
Do you live anywhere near Maui?
No.
How many games do you think you'll be attending this year?
7.
When do you think Collingwood will next make the grand final? What year?
2028.
Have you got all your front teeth?
No.
Do you think Collingwood and Essendon should still continue hosting the Anzac Day game on Anzac Day?
No.
Minute is over.
I like
That
that.
that was very good, Mark. That was very good.
Mate, that was classic.
You went straight into what number does he wear, and he went to
Oh,
number.
and he bottled it.
Your favourite player. He doesn't know his number.
Mate, that's classic, man. That is going on the Instagram, Manny, for sure. That is classic.
That was absolutely, as Lana would say, gold. Really, Manny. Come on, mate.
Hey, listen. Did it make you laugh? It made you laugh. That's the main thing.
Yeah, but the problem is we got Sir Simos. Hello, boys. How are we, my friend? I hope that can't be our friend Manny Nana. But hello, my friend. Thank you for joining.
The Sir Simos. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was
he came on a couple times.
that was funny, man. I think we got a winner here. Minus and Sadness. We might go a little bit further next. Maybe we'll go 90 seconds next time. What do you reckon? Because
No, I like the minute. The minute's
was
good.
good. Manny, you stuffed up straight away. You started talking while Mark's trying to ask questions. You fucked it up straight away. It's answer the question and shut up.
But he didn't. Yeah, okay.
All right. I'm glad you didn't brave up.
Oh, mate, this is great, mate.
Yeah, lucky the questions were pre-written, but we didn't know. In honesty, we wrote the questions and we didn't know what questions were coming up. So
Obviously.
good to be back. Who is this Sir Simos? Did we have a Sir Simos last year?
No.
Yeah, he
Or
was
is
on
that-
the show.
Was he?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Manny.
I remember that. Sir Simos, no.
He's on the show. He's a Collingwood fan.
Yeah.
I think he's also a Greek fella as well, is he?
Yeah, but is that Manny?
No, I don't think it is.
Yeah, I think it is.
What, he's changed his name?
Michael Simos.
That's not right. Yeah, see?
Oh, Michael,
yeah.
the young kid, the skinny bloke, Simos. Yes, now I remember. How are you, mate? How are you, mate? I haven't forgotten. Yes, I do remember. We also met him. He did come on the show, and I met him at the train station. Yes, he came up to me. Yes, I said, sorry, bro, man, it's been 6 months. And plus, Manny does my brain in. I actually, it gets rotten after every episode of Fourever Rivals. But so, are we ready for this? Everyone's been waiting for this. Everyone's been waiting for this, guys. Are we ready? Are we ready? Let's go. I've got an intro for you, Manny. Let's go.
Oh, mate. Not fair, mate. I'm laughing already.
You know what? I don't want to say anything now because that there is just made everybody laugh. I think that's great.
I reckon that deserves another
Mate,
show.
he's
Wait
gonna
a sec.
take
Thanks
your
to thanks to Bo. Bo is a-
Show it. I love it. I love it. Oh, okay. So a bloke walks into a bar and sees behind the bar a gorilla. So he says to the barman, "Hey, what's the story with the gorilla?" So the barman slaps the gorilla hard and starts giving the barman a blowjob. All of a sudden, the barman says to the bloke, "Hey, are you interested?" And he goes, "Yeah, of course I am." He says, "But please don't slap me as hard as you did with the gorilla."
Very good, very good, very good. I like it. I like it. I knew it was coming at the end, but I like it. I like it.
Short and sweet, but a little treat. It's a little treat.
That's what we want, man. And yes, the last segment was hilarious. It's a keeper. Yes, we're definitely going to keep it. What is it? Manny and Mark, they are hilarious. The problem is they're trying not to be. Listen, man, that was Manny make me laugh.
That's priceless. That is absolutely priceless.
We got a fake. Where is he? Put your
Bocek.
name up. Put your name.
Bocek.
Bocek. What a star, man! He's done a lot of work for us. He's our new co-host, new star, man. Great mate and a great guy. Does a lot of work now, and one of the reasons why the JP has gone to the next level this year is because of the work that people like Bocek does for us. What's this one here? Rocco, I love the title name. May as well call it Brisbane Will Get the Wooden Spoon. Brisbane will get the. I don't get that. What do you mean Brisbane will get the wooden spoon? No chance.
That's not right.
Who's coming to Sydney? Oh yeah, here he is. Nick Liparotta. Now, see that little symbol there? He's our new sponsor, Liparotta Garden Mowing Services. He's our new sponsor. Make sure the link is below, right? And make sure if you do have all your gardening services, anything you need, mate, you call Nick and he will come down. He prunes, fertilize, and if you mention TJP, you get free fertilize weeding, I think, free fertilize weeding. There's something else, and you also get a free sprinkler. He gives you like a sprinkler. He actually gets something.
What's his number for our viewers there, Rocco? What's his number?
I haven't got his number right here, but I will get it for you next week. But the thing is, if he puts his number there now, but he's in the chat, I will put it up. But the link is below. The link is below. Just click onto the link or Liparotta Mowing and Gardening Services, and he will fix you up. He'll fix you up. He'll fix you up. So make sure you help. Give him a call. Also, we like to thank Cordon Security Doors and Blinds. Hey, guys, if you want your place secure, just like Essendon's have secured those premierships, never to get a premiership through those gates again, you call Cordon Security Blinds.
If you want your family to be safe, Cordon Security Doors and Blinds is the place. Fourever Rivals, a bomber supporter and a really top mate. All of your security. Call 833-94848.
Oh,
Make sure you get on the Cordon Security Doors and Blinds, 8339. What is it? 833-94848. Is that correct?
4848.
I'm going to be
I'm telling you now, that is the ad of the year, mate. You're not going to be able to beat that ad nowhere in Australia for this year. That is the best ad. So it's good. I'm pretty proud of myself for coming up with that, and also Bocek for finishing it off there.
Guys.
That is absolute
So,
gold. Gold.
That is gold. That is gold. All right, guys. I think it's been a great show, man. It's what time is it? What time?
It's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Long flights.
And just in time because I just got my food delivered. How good is that? I've got the best girlfriend. She just made that. Such a meal. Look, let's get back to just quickly. Thanks, mate. I'll leave, shall we? Should be all right. So everyone get onto our Instagram. Make sure, Liam, what's our Instagram handle?
Fourever, spelt the same way as this. So FOUREVER _rivals. I will put it in the chat again now. Go give us a follow. We've already got one highlight coming as well with Josh Dacos.
So we got go in there. We put in a couple. We're going to put some highlights definitely in there. So make sure you join in, follow. Also make sure you join. Hey, if you like your history, get on to Butterbean, subscribe. Helps me a lot. I hope you like it. Leave a comment. If you watch the story, mate, I've had everything from, Al Capone all the way to Picasso. The last one was a couple of heists that went wrong. And I love doing heists that go wrong. So I did a couple of heists. I've got a pretty good one coming up next week. It's a joint Butterbean history class with Rocco. I appreciate it. Get down to the Sporting Globe. Make sure you get down to the Sporting Globe this week if you want to watch a Carlton game. It's at the Sporting Globe Northland. Mate, we've got tables reserved there. You can watch the game with all your Carlton supporters. So make a great supporter of the Jumper Punch. What else have we got? Anything else? No. Get down to Cordons. Go Blues. Everything's good. Everything's good. It's been a great start, guys. It's been a long time coming. I appreciate everything. Any last words, Manny?
Hot pies.
Mark, any last words?
Great show tonight, boys. Good to be back.
I love it. And Liam.
Go Tigers, mate. Absolutely.
It's all about Jagger, mate. It's all about Jagger. Go the mighty.
Yeah.
Hey, wait. Before we go, just quietly, I did forget something. I want to put up something before we go. Let me find it here. I've got it here. We'll just go through it because we've got a big lineup. We've got a massive lineup. So Blue Sunday with the hyphen, David Rees-Jones. No one else has got a Norm Smith medalist on their panel every week to analyse the game. Nobody has got that. So join in. You got Seba, Joe, Vince. Seba's doing a great job. Tuesday, of course, you got TJP, brand new studio, new host. Next week, we've got a great guest coming on, so it's going to be back. Fourever Rivals, of course. You got the previews and reviews come out. Mars has been doing a great job with the preview reviews. Make sure you catch up with them. The new preview is out already, so you can watch what he thinks about the preview of Sydney. We've got the new show, Selection Blues, every selection day. This week was on Wednesday. Next week it'll be on Wednesday about 5:45. You got my son Dylan and Zach, the new star of the Jumper Punch. They'll be bringing you that selection live. Then you've got Bocek on game day with the watch along. It is the best. When you see this screen tomorrow, you're going to freak out. And also, remember, after the Sydney game and after every game, we have got the best fan cams going. Forget about all the other fan cams. This is the real fan cams. Emergency meeting straight after the game, hosted by Mars. You get all the big names on there. You get Snapper, you get Vince, you get Andy. I'll jump on. Everyone can jump on and have their say. So make sure you catch up on all the shows, man. It's been great. Again, thanks, guys. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot to us. Oh, is Unfiltered still running? That's only an off-season thing, man. So Unfiltered only goes during the off-season. Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for the chat. You've been great. Thanks for the donations. We'll see you around. Thanks to Blues. Wait a sec. I'm going to take this off. Go, the mighty Blue Baggers. Go.
Get the Bombers.
Richmond. Come on.
Extra green. All right, we're going.
For him and himself and